an animal tattoo. Remember, we're testing dimension. If that animal isn't leaping off your canvas, you'll be going home. You have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Oh my God.
My canvas wants a portrait style jaguar. I'm super stoked about it.
It's perfect.
I'm gonna show a lot of dimension. This is the exact design that I need to win.
Hopefully the pain won't be that bad. I don't want to be that girl.
3, 2, 1. Time, that's it. Machine's down. No more ink.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow. Definitely what I was looking for.
I mean, I like it for what it is. I am so freaking upset. Like, words cannot explain how I'm feeling right now. I know that having an unfinished tattoo is going to send me home. That's it, it's done. Bye-bye, tattoo baby.
Steve.
This tattoo is solid. It has all the right skin breaks. This is what I want to see.
This one's much better than the last one.
The detail is unbelievable. The way the shoulder is turned and you kept it light up in the front, you really got dimension.
This is exactly why I am the way I am. When I give you so much, it's because you can do this.
Maybe some of my ideas don't work as well as others, but some of them you just have such a solid idea and it works.
Great job.
Thank you.
Tattoo baby. How are you, doll?
Still kind of stressed. I didn't get to finish the tattoo. I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. I had about an hour left when she felt better.
It's unfinished. Enough of this tattoo got done for us to judge what we need to see here today. The little textures of the fur, where you can tell the direction of the little hairs, the way you put the solid black where it needs to be, the multi-colors you use to show dimension is really, really nice.
You had so much opposition from your client being sick. You pulled off all kinds of cool tricks in here.
They definitely didn't want to give you a boring tattoo.
The white highlights were key for you. The green eyes are beautiful.
I cannot believe this is the same person that did the first tattoo week 1. Holy, you have turned it around immensely.
Really?
I'm happy to see that you did this quality job. It's really nice.
The judges have decided that the best tattoo of the day goes to Steve.
This tattoo could have won many different challenges here in this competition. This thing is really strong. The detail is great. The heavy black makes this thing really stand out.
Thank you.
Today you had to use dimension to bring animals to life. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Josh, let's start with you.
It doesn't necessarily look just like what the mushroom explosion is. It looks like something else. It's a bear wearing a party hat or a bear in a lava lamp.
Simple fact is, it creates cool imagery. Do you really like probe every artist that paints something and say, why the hell did you put that in? You just look at it and go, hey.
No, but every artist that paints something isn't in this competition either.
I wouldn't go doing all this extra frilly if I was you. You're the guy who can come in and do a legible, readable tattoo and get the out. Choices you make things much more difficult to just go, here you go, clear win.
Clean.
You did a really good job with the texture and the fur here. I like what you did in the back, behind the ear, that dark area. I do actually like it dark because you feel dimension and some perspective.
Overall, it's a really fierce and ferocious animal. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Face off between Clean and Josh. Let's poll the judges, see who won this head-to-head challenge.
I'm going with clean.
Clean.
I will also have to go with Clean. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Eric, you went head-to-head with Jason.
I see some areas that aren't complete. Drop shadows around the leaves. Some of the white on this character seems to be inconsistent. Having some trouble around the chin.
Just doesn't look like you're done. It looks like you can go back in there with a liner and you can finish.
Jason.
This is a really dynamic tattoo. I do see dimension here. I like the white highlights that you use to create fur. It feels fierce, so I think it's pretty cool.
The way that you got the hair to really look like that on the bottom of the chin, it's a great job. You're doing those little things that separate you from the pack.
Both great tigers, but Jason's is cleaner, tighter. Eric, yours just looks incomplete, so I have to give it to Jason.
I'm gonna go with Jason.
Jason.
Jason, congratulations, man.
Yes.
Taisha. You went up against Emily. How'd you feel about that?
She just doesn't know when to stop running her mouth.
Well, this time you guys were able to have a head-to-head competition, maybe squash that.
I'm really into the way that you were able to get dimension with this shading on the side of its face.
The light, smooth blends and fades that we see on this tattoo separate you from a lot of people in here today. This is a great day for you.
Emily.
It just really looks unfinished. This is light beams shooting through a jungle. It's a little crazy.
You didn't give us anything in this to look at on a technical level. Everything is painterly and sketchy, and this does not look like you want to be around.
This is not the last of me, I promise you that.
Gorilla against a gorilla.
Taisha.
I'm gonna go with Taisha.
Taisha.
Well done.
Thank you.
You have 6 hours to tattoo a living animal and its skeleton as a team. And your time starts now.
All right. Get these stencils made first thing.
Today we're testing consistency. We're looking for the skeletal structure to be exactly the same as the actual animal's position and shape.
Put reference lines on both of his legs so they're both perfectly even.
This is the first time these artists have to work as a team on one tattoo. So this team dynamic better be sharp at this point.
Something is off. The eye has to go into the socket, the nose has to fall in the right place.
This is a huge problem. The feet aren't fitting in the body. Now we have to start completely over from scratch.
Fame, you might have to take that over.
Which one?
He's still with it. Jesus. Carry it.
Gentle wipes.
Make sure it's smooth, not like patchy.
That's a super light. So
Changing the light source?
Not changing it, but making it. I know what I'm doing. I think the biggest problem on our team right now, it's nobody in my team can keep up with my style, so this means I need to dumb down. Obviously, I'm not happy about this. I hate it.
Switch again. 3 hours to go.
In there?
Tribal black. Off
Tribal
that, tribal black. Yeah, get black.
Get darker?
And you don't even have to go far.
I can, I was just... okay, yeah.
Josh is always trying to be the coach. He's sending me on errand runs. He's making design changes. This is not going well. Can you just bring that tail up a little bit more? I know that's going to be one thing that they're going to say.
I think that's crazy they would say it, because that's not the way it would be.
It's proportionately shorter.
If it was a male saber-tooth that had a dick on this side, it's not gonna have one on that side. It's the same thing with the tail.
There's one thing I hate is disrespect, and especially to someone who's coaching you through this competition.
Team Steve, you're up first.
Well, guys, I think these tattoos look really, really slick. Y'all really hit the challenge of making it look like one artist did this. On the skeleton side, I like the outline of the entire fox with the color blend. The orange is just painted in there thick. The one thing I'm not a super huge fan of is the position. It looks like maybe he's limping. You could have made a much more dynamic tattoo if it was running or even crouching and sneaking. On paper, the face was a lot more elongated and had a lot more fox look. That snout just did shorten up a little bit, and now it kind of has more of a cat face.
Where I think you guys get a bit of a challenge is the actual black and gray shading in this skeleton.
The one thing I said is don't overshade it because it'll get muddy. You can see it in the skull. It's a little more buttery than on the bones because there's just really no place to really try to work it out.
With all of you guys, somebody could have gone and fine-tuned all of those pieces, and it would have really set in a lot nicer, a lot smoother.
Team DJ.
I could look at this cat and I can't find areas where it looks like one person outshined the other or one person couldn't keep up with the other. I like the color palette. I really love the choice of going with the red bones. It gives this side of the tattoo a little bit of weight. From a design aspect, I think you could have moved a couple of body parts to make it look a little more fierce. I wish the mouth was open. I wish it was roaring. I wish that front paw wasn't in the way of the fang. I also wish you would have captured a little texture in the fur. It kind of has that seal, walrus type look to it.
The actual anatomy gets a little confusing in the way it looks. You see how long the forearm of the red skeletal side looks in comparison to the forearm and where the bend is on the musculature side. From wrist to the elbow joint, they're not the same distance.
Team Anthony.
Having 5 artists means more styles you had to curtail to look the same, and I really think that you hit the challenge of making it look seamless. I love the shading and the way it really gives the bones dimension, where the right side is back and more shadowed. You really see that depth. If we go to the other side, you did a really great job putting meat and flesh on this skeleton. It looks really believable.
I love the dynamics of the classic rams butting heads. I think that was a great way to set this thing up. Looks really strong. There's a couple of areas with a little bit of a shake. These back legs are one of them, but you guys are a great team working together as a whole.
Judges, which team had the best tattoos of the day?
This is the best turnout we've had. Consistency is really strong in all 3 of these tattoos, and all 3 of these tattoos also have really great technical precision.
I feel like everybody listened to the challenge. All of the teams looked like they're comfortable tattooing together.
I love the red skeleton, but a little bit different positioning. Could have made it a little bit more clear. Team Steve's, I love the fact that they went straight illustrative. One of the shortcomings is the shortness of the face of the fox. Everybody's got a few little hiccups here and there. Team Anthony has probably the least amount of hiccups. Not only just consistency, but the dynamics of the drawing, the balance of the pieces that fit the body. I'm gonna go with Team Anthony.
For a not very dynamic piece of subject matter, which is the ram, this is a very dynamic, very strong way to approach this. Team Anthony.
The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Team Anthony. Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo an animal portrait, and your time starts now.
I'm gonna put the stencil on while you're standing over here.
We're doing animal portraits, working directly off a photo. Whatever animal they're doing, it all has to line up and be perfect in comparison to the picture.
Tony, put it on the back.
That's the only place she wants it.
Making it this far in a competition like this is tough. Anything can happen in these final tattoos. If you're not at your best every day, that could be your last.
I'm an artist at the core of everything that I am. I've always been creating my own work since I was an apprentice. I'm not copying a photograph.
Looks great, but how are you feeling on time?
All right, a little pressed, but...
Because you've got to make that match that quality now? Yeah. I think I'd simplify the hell out of the face.
Cool. This thing is taking forever, and I have the smallest tattoo.
Tim better get done or he's in big trouble.
So slow.
It was painful watching the goddamn stencil.
You mean he peels them off just as slow as he tattoos?
Yeah.
TJ. This gorilla has kind of an innocent, soulful look to it, and I really do think you captured that look.
This tattoo definitely shows a lot of hyper detail, precision in the face. Every wrinkle is so magnified. I like the choices that you made here to leave this nose really stark light and not overshade it so that it illuminates the face a lot, because it really brings a lot more light to a very dark subject. It's strong, it's very legible to what it is. Definitely my favorite tattoo I've seen you do.
I appreciate it. Tim.
What's going on?
Smallest tattoo of the day, but man, you hit it right on the head. That dark black fur texture like that is really hard to pull off. You've got a lot of different tones in this tattoo. Solid black, a little bit lighter, all the way down to your softest grays. The details are amazing. Precision was key in this.
You show a side of you that's probably really scary for the back line. This is what we're looking for here, someone who can do everything.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, guys, time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day.
For me, a runaway train is TJ. The pits of the nose, the pits of the eyes, the wrinkles, you can touch and feel that tattoo.
TJ does a great job, no doubt, but I am personally leaning towards Tim.
Both these guys really killed it. Tim really makes some smart choices on how to do that dark fur. I mean, he went above and beyond. My decision is Tim.
What? TJ.
I'm going with Tim. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Tim.
Yeah, I'm very shocked.
Would you like to explain to us why we're wrong?
No? Hell yeah, I am back. Man, this place looks classy.
There he is. What is that mustache?
Yeah, I am home. I'm ready to do this.
You think Gonzo's gonna walk in and just start popping off the mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Letting out some
helium.
helium.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
They let you back in here, huh?
You right here.
Ooh, floated in on that balloon head.
Called me out, huh?
Yeah. I figured you all got to take your shot and landed pretty hard, so you better believe I'm coming for blood today.
Yeah, I'm ready for this battle, man.
Bullshit's thick in that room.
I'm gonna take you out. I don't mean to be a dick, but you're gonna go home without that W.
I don't think so, man. On the day that I went home, it should have been you.
All right, let's go see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm excited about this.
All right.
Let's do it.
Everybody thought I was gonna just be gone one of the first tattoos, and I stayed around longer than anybody expected. You know why? Because I'm a fighter, man.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This is gonna be good.
I'm ready to just kick some ass.
See, that's the Austin I know.
I'm here to win, man.
I feel like it was a team thing. He doesn't have his team. He doesn't have clean. He doesn't have all these people in his ear helping him. It's just me and him now.
I'm gonna be honest, I do feel a lot of ego. You have to back it up, and you have to not make excuses.
I am not defending that tattoo. I learned from that. I've been watching, I've been thinking about that ever since it happened. So that's why I'm coming back now and trying to set it right.
Gonz is a badass mother when it comes to tattooing. I will not take that from him. I'm excited to go up against somebody of his caliber because it'll show I belong in the competition.
We just want this to be an even playing field.
Yeah.
So today, we're gonna give you guys a 90-minute face-off tattoo, where we determine what both you guys are gonna be tattooing.
The winner of today's face-off will have the ability to determine either the style or the subject matter of tomorrow's 6-hour grudge match tattoo.
And the winner of that grudge match ends it all. Squashed.
That's all I came for.
This is the time to set the record straight, guys.
I'm here to bring it, man. I didn't come here to, like, get steamrolled, so.
And I came with something to prove.
So what do you think we're gonna give him to do?
I think we should really test the line work on these guys.
That's fundamentals right there in its finest.
Let's do geometric.
Why don't we do geometric animals?
Yeah, like a little geometric animal head.
Liners only.
Liners only.
No curved lines.
So you guys have to do 90-minute geometric animal head tattoos using just a liner.
Surprise us.
Sounds like a little piece of heaven.
All right, well, get to work. Let's go.
Man, oof. Just lines.
It's gonna be a tough one.
90 minutes is what I do, Gonzo. I hope you got this, man. I know you do pretty long tattoos.
It should be easy for you to draw an animal head. You just do a self-portrait.
Only straight lines. Are you good at pulling straight lines? I'm really good at it.
Is there any other kind of line to pull?
I'm wondering what your line work actually looks like.
We're about to find out now.
In our second grudge, Season 10's master illustrator, Matt Buck, went home before the lower-ranked Katie Roden.
You know your tattoo robbed me of my rightful shot.
But at least I can tattoo.
Oh, man.
Now they'll battle head-to-head, artist versus technician.
This is one of the coolest tattoos that I've ever done.
Your line work was trash.
Baloney.
This is gonna be a frickin' rumble, dude. Matt was on my team. I would say he's one of the best illustrators to ever hit Ink Master.
Katie came out swinging in the beginning of that season too, right?
I mean, her first tattoo out of the gate was her best one the whole season.
Yeah. They specialize in two completely different opposite ends of the spectrum.
Matt's classically trained illustrator, but when it comes to tattooing, he's inexperienced.
Yeah, that plays a huge part because it's a totally different medium.
Matt went home, Katie stayed a little bit longer.
Let's see the #1 ranked tattoo of the day. Congratulations, Matt.
Who was #1? Who was the #1 pick here? For the first tattoo, when we're all on an even playing field.
I think you're full of yourself. I think you're cocky.
Your anatomy sucks.
How do you know?
Well, we don't
Does
know
she
because
not
she only
prove
draws
it?
traditional.
I don't only do traditional, Matt Buck.
BS.
Do not poke the bear.
BS.
Do not with me.
Don't let Matt fool you. Like, he
Yeah.
seems quiet, but he's cocky, and Katie is super feisty.
So do you think this is gonna get heated?
They both just have a problem with each other. It's
Yeah.
just a mutual grudge.
Bagel time. Time for some nosh. Since season 10, I lost a little bit of hair, a little bit of mustache, and got one of these. That hits the spot. Katie was safe on the day that I went home, which is a load of BS. We were both up for elimination. I was the stronger artist. She let the waterworks flow. I got robbed. I got to bring the bear out of hibernation and show the bear what's what.
Matt's just jealous that I made it further than he did. Just because he can draw a little bit better than I can doesn't mean that he can out-tattoo me. What is your favorite animal?
A Clydesdale.
Me being a tattooer, I'm not that good at drawing a horse. Maybe Matt Buck can give me some instructions. I want to go back to this grudge match to prove to Matt that I'm better than him. He's so salty about me beating him the first time, it would just be so much better to beat him a second time. Ooh, Mr. Matt Buck. See what you got, boy?
Oh, she's coming in with confidence.
Super cool tattoos up here. Looks like the one you got sent home for.
Oh, she's calling it out right off the gate.
Woo, look at Matt. Who is this new guy?
If it isn't Katie, should have gone home before me, Roden.
Oh, if it isn't Mr. Matt drops the ball Buck.
You know your tattoo robbed me of my rightful shot.
I might have had some issues with mine, but at least I can tattoo.
Oh, man. This.
Does Matt Buck get angry?
Dude, he still does that face when it's angry. Look, he's angry right now.
He's
Building up all of this rage inside.
I've been waiting for this for a while.
I'm excited to see what you got up your sleeve.
No tricks, just talent.
Let's get in there and get this thing going.
This time, you don't have your friends to back you up, Matt.
I didn't need any backup getting the #1 draft pick.
Oh, man, I can hear him already going at it.
Mr. Illustrator, Mr. Know-It-All.
Oh, wow. Look who's
Hi.
back.
The world knows that I was robbed of my rightful shot, pretty much my rightful title.
Your rightful title.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
absolutely. I'm here for vengeance and to set order in the universe again.
So are we.
Matt is a wonderful illustrator, but I tattoo better than him.
It's obvious to all of us there's definitely some unfinished business here, so let's settle the score. Today you guys are gonna face off against each other in a 90-minute tattoo. We get to choose what you guys are tattooing today because we want the playing field to be totally even.
Winner of the 90-minute challenge, you have a huge advantage tomorrow. You get to pick the style or subject in a 6-hour grudge match tattoo.
And the winner of that settles everything.
Done. No more baggage.
I'm down. I'm ready.
We need something that both of them can knock out of the park because I want to see great tattoos.
I want to see some good fundamentals.
How's about just something timeless? Sparrows.
Sparrows, that's it.
Bird's the word.
Bird's the word.
Why? You're not that funny. Stop it.
I thought it was funny.
So you guys have 90 minutes to do a sparrow, any style, however you want.
Just me and you.
Well, as long as you don't get any of your tears all over that tattoo and all over the
Unsanitary.
judgment.
Yeah. We know.
What are you guys waiting for?
only have
Get to
90
work.
minutes.
Luck, guys.
Come on, let's go.
I can't wait for this.
Oh my God, this is gonna be fire.
Sparrows?
Oh.
All right, my bald-headed beasts. You guys ready for this?
Ready.
Damn right.
All right, guys, your 90-minute face-off tattoo, it starts right now.
Go ahead and hop up over here.
Let me get the stencil on you.
1 second, I gotta grab some scissors.
Whoa!
It'd be a shame if you fell. By a shame, I mean wonderful.
For this 90-minute challenge, we gave Gonzo and Austin geometric animal heads. Liner-only challenge. I love this.
Perfect.
All we want to see is these guys' line work and how clean they can make these things. Don't show us tons of tricks. Don't do any of that.
Make it happen, Captain.
And if you do, you can only use a liner, so I hope you got that stuff under your belt.
Even with stuff like this, like I'm still gonna give it my absolute best, even if it's not something I do every day.
The line work.
Yeah, I don't do much line work. I usually use my liners as shaders.
Dropping lines all day. Gonzo can't pull any straight lines. I pull straight lines all day. Get everything in there, make sure all the lines weight consistent. Every single line I pull right now has to be crisp, clean, and perfect. I'm gonna whip that ass like it owes me money.
All right, Matt and Katie, you guys ready to set the story straight?
Absolutely.
Yep.
You guys have 90 minutes to tattoo a sparrow, and your face-off starts now.
All right, hop on up.
Just gonna do a super thick traditional style sparrow.
Last one to start tattooing's a rotten egg.
Can you stop with the dad jokes, please?
What's taking so long, Katie? Are you waiting for that sparrow to hatch out of its egg, or?
Why don't you pay attention to your damn tattoo, Matt?
So I can multitask.
You can multitask.
I can poke the skin and poke the bear at the same time.
Called taking your time because I'm confident. Dork. When I first met Matt, I had a little fangirl moment because he's a killer artist, and then I realized that he's kind of full of himself and he doesn't really need a fangirl because he's his own fangirl. Okay, here we go. I just want to knock him down from the pedestal that he sits upon. I can't wait.
Welcome to your next elimination tattoo. That's right. This week, there's no flash challenge.
Oh, God damn it.
As your numbers shrink, the pressure grows because only one of you will walk away with $100,000, a feature in Ink magazine, and the title of Ink Master. This week, we're testing texture.
Texture is an effect that makes the tattoo come to life. Bumpy, smooth, hairy. Without the texture, it just looks plain and cartoony.
For this elimination tattoo, you must transform your canvas into an animal.
What?
Oh my gosh. How the does that even mean?
All of the canvases want their skin made into animal skin.
How does that work?
Is that a joke?
I don't think it is a joke.
You want to turn yourself into an animal? How do you even do that?
Holy ski.
All of you came into this competition with either your master or apprentice. That means you all know firsthand that sometimes to get ahead, you must rely on the strength of your fellow artists. Today, you must tattoo in teams of 4.
What? What do you mean, teams of 4?
All 4 of you must tattoo the same canvas at the same time.
Holy tug of war.
God.
To get tattooed by one person for 6 hours already sucks. To get tattooed by 4 people in 4 different places, we're gonna murder them today.
That's insane.
Every artist on your team must create consistent texture, or the tattoos won't match and the illusion will be destroyed.
We're magicians. We're not tattooers. We're magicians.
But that's not all.
No.
You'll be judged as a team.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me? I thought that I was here to beat everyone. Now you're telling me I have to work with everyone. This is not going to allow St. Mark to shine on its own. This could be terribly bad.
What it is in the wild is what it actually has to look like.
Okay.
Hit that out of the park, you win the challenge.
Ink Master, Master vs. Apprentice. New episodes Tuesdays at 10, or watch it now on the Spike app.
St. Mark. And Matt.
St. Mark's a total dick, and he thinks he's God's gift to tattooing. I know he's not going to be a team player in the challenge. This is really going to suck.
All right, Julia, Angel, you guys have 6 hours to do your grudge match animal tattoo, and your time starts now. Animals are super difficult. I mean, there's hair, there's texture, there's anatomy. I'm an animal lover, so nobody better with these animals. You hear me?
Let's begin.
Why'd you choose a wolf?
Wolves are badass.
Wolves are really hard to tattoo.
Because they're full of so many different tricks. Like the fur,
Yep.
the shine in the eyes. I feel like wolves are very classic, very timeless. They work well on anybody.
One of the things I was scared of was getting a really girly tattoo.
Oh my God. We're not getting the kittens.
Do you do a lot of sharks at home, or?
I've only done one, and that's it. A shark, just a quiet predator. But when tampered with, they bite. All the battle scars that I'm putting on this shark shows all the hell it's been through.
What's going on over here?
Gone fishing.
That is a pretty intimidating fishing trip.
I'm just trying to take my time, not rush through things.
Yeah.
I just want to be better than I was yesterday.
Yeah, totally.
Since my season, I've progressed a lot. My details have gotten tighter. My black and grays are more solid. A friend of mine actually gave me one tiny piece of advice. Treat it like a painting.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm looking to prove my artistry, that I'm a creative individual.
So how long have you been tattooing for?
Tattooing 20 years.
I haven't done anything for 20 years.
Julia throwing an animal challenge at me. Are you looking to make peace with me, or are you trying to insult me? Do you think I can't do that? I don't know how to look at this, but I intend to win this grudge match. Hey, make this shark as real as possible. We're trying to win here. I will wipe the floor with you.
Yo.
It's a big day. Time to end this grudge.
Let's do it.
This is a fight. In this corner, we got Keith. In this corner, we got King Ruck.
Duke's up. Let's go.
Your 6-hour realism challenge starts right now.
All right, let's do this.
Realism could be really tough, especially in a competition setting. You can't just replicate the photo. You have to use your artistic abilities to make it a quality tattoo.
Ready? Yep.
Big, dude. Something's looking crazy. Brooke picks realism, and I should have already known. Of course he's gonna pick something that he sees that I don't do a lot of. But the thing he doesn't know is that I can do it. Behold the harpy eagle, crispy and fierce.
I'm gonna be honest, man, that bird kind of looks like you.
Yeah? Sweet, dude. I take it as a compliment. It's a self-portrait almost. Big badass eagle. Ka-ka! I've opened my own business. It gave me a lot more confidence. Honestly, I feel like a brand new Keith, so let's bring it.
I see you got some color out there.
I'm gonna splash a little color in the eyes.
Okay.
You guys need to see how I saturate some color. I'm still salty about my saturation problems in the first tattoo that I did, so I'm gonna make sure the shadowing, the highlights, and saturation are all the way in place.
King Rock is doing a skull. I love skulls, but
His design is really boring.
Stagnant.
King Ruckus chose realism, but Keith is doing a better job.
Those little textures he's doing.
That looks awesome.
King Ruck, I'm taking that throne from you, and you making me no king no longer. You're looking at King Keith.
All right, guys, halfway finished. 3 hours remain.
How does it feel to be back here?
You get like a little nostalgic, but then you're like, yeah, I also can't wait to see my babies.
You're the kids.
2 little boys.
2 boys?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
We just moved into our first place with just me and them because my husband passed away, so we were living with my mom.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
We just celebrated the 4th year of his passing. Me and my kids, we talk about it very openly, and that gives me the strength to move forward. Today in my life, I'm stronger than I've ever been, and I'm happier than I've ever been because I know who I am now on my own.
Okay, this is the final hour. 1 hour remains to finish these up.
I have time to spare. The white highlights are the last thing I put into this tattoo. This shark actually has like friggin' bite mark bullet holes on it. This thing's been through some hell. Since I have so much time left, I feel I can go right back in, tic-tac-toe the hell out of this shark. Make sure all the details are in, T's are crossed, I's are dotted, and make sure it's put together.
Man, I just came from Angels. This thing is texture freaking nightmare.
He keeps throwing all the little baby textures in there. It's just not helping out.
Julia?
Holy shit, the texture of that wolf looks really nice.
But it does look kind of dark to me.
It's a little dark, but I think she's separating the elements enough to know exactly where the ear starts, where the head starts.
Man, everyone's gonna have to step it up.
And these animal tattoos will end in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. This grudge match is over.
I mean, any more spot on, we'd be swimming with it.
It looks like I could grab it off the skin.
Is it the wolf you always wanted?
Yes, definitely.
Yay!
Gotta go.
Awesome. How about you?
Just didn't want to let it go. Wanted to keep at it.
It felt like old times again. A couple of kids hanging out, you know what I mean? Doing tats.
But you didn't tell me to go myself.
I don't think I've ever told you to go yourself. Do you want me to tell you to go yourself?
No, that's all right. We're
No,
right
we don't
past
have to do that.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a neo-traditional animal, and your time starts now.
All right, here we go.
Come on, ladies. Girl power.
I might find it.
I'm excited.
Oh, cute.
Neo-traditional, it's just a little bit more modernly drawn.
Yeah, that's the best spot ever. I love it.
A little more hyper detail. You can use different line weights, and you definitely have a vastly expanded color palette.
It's weird because it looks crooked when you move, but...
Dude, no, it's standing up straight. I'm stoked right now.
Biggest thing about doing animal tattoo is it needs to have the right characteristics of that animal so that it's very clear as to what it is.
Try to keep some of the aspects of realism, like fade your black all behind here.
Okay.
Get cozy.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I'm stoked. This is the shit I do every day.
I'm super excited about doing color.
I've always wanted to tattoo, but there's a lot of shops that didn't want me there because I was a woman.
Really?
So I spent the beginning of my career just kind of proving myself.
I think that this week is my redemption week where I can turn things around.
I don't quit. I don't quit. This is how I am.
How you doing over here?
Good. Just starting to like block colors in.
That's all it is. Big, blocky, solid tattoo.
I hate color. I've always seen things in black and gray. This is my mixer for all the blues. That's my mixer.
Never mix with white. You're gonna grab a tan, something that's light that can get you to a lighter tone, and you mix that.
I taught myself, so I don't really know anything. I work by myself, so it's not like I really have the chance to learn. I want to be able to let go of all of the shit in my head, and I just want to have fun. I want to do a good tattoo. It's just hard.
Watch you're not wiping too hard over that line work.
Okay.
4 hours to go, everybody. 4 more hours.
People act like they're all cool with you, and they turn around and then take the first opportunity to make your life a hell of a lot harder.
I definitely got the hardest skull pick today. This is starting to feel a lot more like a personal attack.
I was just really hoping it would take more than 33 seconds to have this massive-ass target on my back.
If you don't have a target on your back, you're not trying hard enough.
I've really been working mainly with black and gray, but I'm totally capable of putting in color.
If something looks patchy, but it's overworked, just leave it.
I wouldn't overwork it.
I don't. There's some spots that I see already that are kind of questionable.
I always feel like everyone here is dead set on me failing.
We can keep the color kind of simple and leave a lot of skin, but we got to get to the color.
Cam got a kneecap and I got a thigh. We need to keep Cam around longer because he's distracting the women from giving me the harder canvases.
The lines, everything looks clean, but I'm concerned.
This competition is crazy.
Buckle up.
All right.
The whole top of the head is dark brown, but you have it orange.
I honestly rarely work with color. I just figured I would make it like the brown and orange just because otherwise he would be really neutral. I am not a neo-traditional tattooer. The way that I would go ahead and shade things as a realism artist would be the polar opposite.
Just try to get some of the darks in there, you know?
Yep.
Because that's what you want. You want darks and lights.
I'm not so sure mine's neo-traditional.
2 more hours, guys. 2 more hours.
I like the little chest hair you gave him.
Yeah, right? The women gave me this moose tat because they don't think I'm a capable artist, but I'm about to show them.
I love this tattoo.
You're looking at the tattoo of the day, man.
I spent a lot of time as a child sculpting, painting, doodling. I was just that creepy little kid drawing by himself.
Yes, killing it. Good job. Oh,
Nice.
yes.
This is when I finally get to show what I can do here as a tattooer.
This is your final hour. 1 more hour.
The hard part is the coach. I'm gonna go, don't do that before you already did it.
I'm trying to figure out, I don't want to be hovering over them and being like, oh my
You'd have
God,
to
what
run.
are you doing?
You'd have to just run back and forth and be like, what do you do? What do you do now? What do you do now? What is that?
Exactly. Exactly.
What about the baboon?
It fits the area nicely for the shin. I think that's a tall ask for the size.
This tattoo being symmetrical, you obviously want both sides to look the same, so it's definitely taking time to get this thing done.
Think you could punch in those blacks a little bit more?
Probably, yeah. I want to make sure my color is saturated and that I present a really good finalized tattoo.
My fear is when I punch blacks is like the skin up, you know?
To me, it's about like punching it in kind of hard
The first time.
once instead of trying to do like several light passes over it, because that's what's more likely to the skin up.
Yo, that little line work in that is dope.
I'm here to showcase to my kids that you can push yourself out of your comfort zone and take risks. So I better do my damnedest to win this.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Yeah, man. That's good.
Dude, that is incredible.
Do you like it?
It's awesome. Great job.
Yeah.
Good job. Seriously, man, good job. You killed it. I'm just here to look pretty.
Cam's wasn't that good.
I thought you guys gave him a panther.
It's not a panther?
It's not a panther.
What is it?
It's like a wolf.
It's a wolf panther.
It's a wanther.
Yeah, it's a wanther.
No matter what they say about it, you earned this shit.
That's a winner right there.
He pretends like it doesn't bother him. Like, oh, cool, I wanted that one. He didn't want that one.
And that's what pisses me off. Like, just be real.
What happened to the chimp?
He's covered in black and gray. And I said, I can do new school, but look at my portfolio, what do you think? Now that I got my human canvas in a different direction, I'm feeling good. I'm spending a ton of time on the hair to show super dimension. They want detail, they want line work, they want shadows. I'm doing everything I can do to show that I'm an ink master.
That's gonna be badass.
Yeah. This tattoo is solid. It has all the right skin breaks. This is what I want to see.
This one's much better than the last one.
The detail is unbelievable. The way the shoulder is turned and you kept it light up in the front, you really got dimension.
This is exactly why I am the way I am. When I give you so much, it's because you can do this.
Maybe some of my ideas don't work as well as others, but some of them you just have such a solid idea and it works.
Great job.
What do you think? Smooth, man. Smooth, smooth. Feeling good with time? I'm feeling good with time. My strategy is to stay under the radar, make sure I do clean stuff, and just ride it as long as I can. With it being precision, you don't want to compromise your ability to get everything super clean because you're worried about going too big. And if Ollie's giving me advice, I'm going to listen to every bit of it. I want to be the last one standing in this competition.
Gian.
You did a really crisp, really clean, really beautiful tattoo. You made those little puffy areas in the neck, and then when you drop down to the actual tail feathers, you outlined them the same way. In a stylized world, it's a much closer take on a peacock feather. The flower/mandala, you executed each little section beautifully. As far as precision, this is what an outline has to look like. This is what the color has to look like. Hopefully some people behind you learn from you.
I'm an artist at the core of everything that I am. I've always been creating my own work since I was an apprentice. I'm not copying a photograph.
Lightning Stafford, we've nicknamed you.
Lightning. Oh yeah, you know me. I'm super nervous about this tattoo because it's realism, and you just have to be more concerned with being exact than just creating.
Looks great, but how are you feeling on time?
All right, a little pressed, but...
Because you've got to make that match that quality now?
Yeah.
I think I'd simplify the hell out of the face.
Cool. This thing is taking forever, and I have the smallest tattoo.
Tim better get done, or he's in big trouble.
So slow.
It was painful watching the goddamn stencil.
He peels them off just as slow as he tattoos.
Tim.
It's gone.
Smallest tattoo of the day, but man, you hit it right on the head. That dark black fur texture like that is really hard to pull off. You've got a lot of different tones in this tattoo. Solid black, a little bit lighter, all the way down to your softest grays. The details are amazing. Precision was key in this.
You show a side of you that's probably really scary for the back line. This is what we're looking for here, someone who can do everything.
Appreciate it, guys.
You guys have to wipe, be extremely gentle.
Dab really lightly.
Yeah, I can feel it when you let go of him.
I'm trying to be as nice as I can be.
Our canvas is the only one that wants both designs in the same spot, which makes our job way harder than the other teams. Plus, we have 5 people working on this tattoo.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Anything could go wrong.
Not easy, let me tell ya.
Team Anthony.
Having 5 artists means more styles you had to curtail to look the same, and I really think that you hit the challenge of making it look seamless. I love the shading and the way it really gives the bones dimension, where the right side is back and more shadowed. You really see that depth. If we go to the other side, you did a really great job putting meat and flesh on this skeleton. It looks really believable.
I love the dynamics of the classic rams butting heads. I think that was a great way to set this thing up. Looks really strong. There's a couple of areas with a little bit of a shake. These back legs are one of them, but you guys are a great team working together as a whole.
I'm gonna go in very carefully, all right?
The hardest part about working on a collab tattoo at the same time is having a flow and a routine that works for both artists. And Tony and I are killing it.
I'm just gonna go in easy every time, as easy as I can.
So this is actually a lot funner than when we had a whole bunch of people.
This thing looks super cohesive.
We're like a well-oiled machine right now. I'm actually glad that there's only 3 of us tattooing. If there was more people on our team, we'd be stumbling all over each other.
You and Tipper got to bring it home.
Team Clean, you're up first. Power, knocked it out of the park. This is a powerful animal, powerful tattoo. I love the transition from yellow to orange in the face. Really smooth, really well done.
The color play in this thing is solid. The outline on this thing's really solid. The black is punched in solid. The thing is solid, wall to wall, looks like a sticker.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo an animal portrait. And your time starts now.
I'm gonna put the stencil on while you're standing over here.
We're doing animal portraits, working directly off a photo. Whatever animal they're doing, it all has to line up and be perfect in comparison to the picture.
Tony, put it on the back.
That's the only place she wants it.
Making it this far in a competition like this is tough. Anything can happen in these final tattoos. If you're not at your best every day, that could be your last.
They're judging off of that photo, you know, so just try and do everything you can to keep as much as you can, you know.
Okay.
I'm not known as a photorealism guy, but I do it. So I'm gonna do everything I can to try and coach my guys to get to the end.
Just so you guys know, I got some fancy fruit coffee drinks showing up for you.
My dude.
Because I'm #1 coach, remember that.
Christian does have an advantage on me because he does specialize in this.
What's up, Clean Rock One?
It's coming to see the legend over here. Oh, yeah?
Historically, in this competition, the day that people will get to do the they want to do, they normally go home. I'm about to rewrite the books today, though.
Watching the icon in action. Hey, both of y'all right now?
I'm trying to show that nobody in this house can do what I do. Because I'm TJ Mother Pool, goddammit.
4 hours to go, everybody. 4 more hours.
Have you done a lot of fur?
Not in a realism sense. I don't do portraits, but I'm not gonna let that scare me.
When you're doing realistic fur, work on both strokes.
Okay.
More like G.
Typically, I don't need Christian looking over my shoulder, analyzing what I'm doing. But today, I welcome the help.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm not gonna back down from this challenge. I'm gonna take this thing head on.
Was that, a raccoon?
It does kind of look like a raccoon right now.
I know.
Damn, look at all these empty rooms, dude.
I know, I love it.
Wiping them out.
I'm an artist at the core of everything that I am. I've always been creating my own work since I was an apprentice. I'm not copying a photograph.
Lightning Stafford, we've nicknamed you.
Lightning. Oh yeah, you know me. I'm super nervous about this tattoo because it's realism, and you just have to be more concerned with being exact than just creating.
Looks great, but are you feeling on time?
All right, a little pressed, but...
Because you've got to make that match that quality now? Yeah. That's like a simplify the hell out of the face.
Cool. This thing is taking forever, and I have the smallest tattoo.
Tim better get done or he's in big trouble.
So slow.
It was painful watching the goddamn stencil.
You mean he peels them off just as slow as he tattoos?
Yeah.
3 hours remain. 3 hours remain.
I'm doing a tattoo that I've never done before and I don't know how to do, so I'm learning as I go. The bottom will hurt a little bit more. I want to come out of this competition a stronger tattooer with a stronger mindset. I have it in me, I just gotta find it and pull it out.
You all right?
I'm hanging in.
You do some little intervals. Keep her in the chair and noodle away.
She's flopping around like a fish out of water. It's not efficient when you have to take a break every 10 minutes. This is top 5. I'm so close, but this is the one challenge that could send me packing.
I have to make a conscious decision of what part of this line I want to look realistic, because there's no way I can do it realistic in 6 hours.
What'd you pick the lion for?
King of the jungle, man.
Actually, I'm the king of the jungle. A realistic line means that you have to make sure that every strand of that mane is accounted for, and there's no way that's gonna happen. I'm just gonna have to make an illustrative mane and a high-def realistic face and hope that that just carries me on to the next stage.
I'm putting white in.
I do just a dot under the eye. Just a barely.
I'm not gonna give Team Christian the satisfaction of seeing me crumble.
1 minute. Put those whiskers down on the other side. 20 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time is up. No more ink.
Got that last one?
I tried.
I know, you did good. You did the best you could. That's all I can ask for.
Came out better than I could have expected.
I like him.
Do you wanna know why I'm so happy today?
Because you're going home and you don't have to listen to me no more?
Because I woke up this morning and realized all of this time that I was listening to the bull coming out of your mouth, it was affecting my mood every day. How many times have you come in here and said, you're going home or you're going to the bottom, and someone from your team went home?
I don't think that many times, because we still got more people than you,
A lot of times. It's always the times that you seem most confident that you end up putting your foot in your mouth.
This time I mean it, you're going home.
The only way I'm going home is if you drag me out by your hands, and that ain't ever gonna happen.
Just getting in that groove for what I got to do for this. And
You're certainly more seasoned at this than I am.
it sucks me and John Collins got put on the bottom. I don't want to have to take out my teammate. But if that's what I got to do to stay in this game, then I'm going to do it.
How are you doing, man? Putting all the competition and everything out on mine, I'm just going to do a nice tattoo. I feel pretty confident that I'll be able to produce a tattoo that's nicer than Servan's. I can see how it might be hard for some people to go against another teammate. I don't feel that way. I'm sending him home.
Let me show you what I got for you. Nice fighting rooster with a lot of texture.
Looks good.
Nice.
Team Nunez picked black and gray animal realism as a fair style for me and Nate Beavers to fight over.
Dave's was smart. That rooster has two totally different textures in it.
Nate Beavers has been doing animal realism for about 25 years now. I've done about 2 or 3 of them. This is an opportunity for them to take me out.
I think Nate's gonna kill it. I think Nate's gonna kill it too.
I'm an owl.
Cool. I can take that right on.
It's gonna be badass.
A head-to-head tattoo with Dave, this is what I've been hoping for. I'm gonna send his ass packing right now.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to face off tattooing against your teammate. 1 artist from each team will be eliminated. Your time begins now.
All right, let's do this, brother.
Let's get this stencil on.
Face-off situations create one of 2 things: complete success or total failure.
Can I see that stencil? And just work through it, add all the texture I need. Battle Royale begins.
What do you think, Gia?
My personal opinion would be to angle it down because it's more flattering on the body.
I'm kind of liking the way that it's placed.
You know, don't
but-
change your plans.
Both teams are doing animals for black and gray realism. Texture is abundant. Wet pupils, feathers, fur, teeth. Today would be a great day for somebody to really show off.
I suggested tilting the head because right now it's like falling back on the thigh. And he was like, no.
If you don't take advice from people that know what they're talking about, your tattoo is gonna suffer.
Especially going up against Nate.
I think Team Nunez picked black and gray animal portraits so I could not only beat Dave, but obliterate him. The majority of what I do is animal portrait work. Unless lightning strikes me, Dave's going home.
I ain't gonna lie. I knew that Dave would take offense to it because he knows that Nate can do this stuff.
That's the name of this game.
I feel like both teams are really working together and plotting against me. Coming from a Jewish family, I was very guilty for becoming a tattoo artist. You're not supposed to be tattooed because you're a Jew. I came here to prove to my family that I deserve to be a tattoo artist.
3 hours, guys. 3 hours remaining.
What we're shooting for today is texture. I ain't worried about nothing else. I'm capturing texture in this by showing the smoothness of the horns and every wrinkle in this rhino's face. Double elimination. This is crazy. I feel like the team who picked the subject matter most definitely hooked me up. Black and gray realism is my wheelhouse.
Good job with the liner, man. Boy, this gonna be a tough one.
I think Savant's got me, man. That rhino is tough, bro.
Both of them tough, bro.
Yeah, but he's got all the texture. I've never done a portrait of an animal. I do American traditional tattooing. There's no texture in that. I'm gonna go back in and add darker, like feather shadows in there. I think that'll create more of a highlight too. I have 2 daughters relying solely on my abilities. The pressure's on. If I don't nail this tattoo, I'm going home.
This is your final hour. 1 hour remaining.
This is pretty loose. Maybe just run a crisp line.
Like black?
Yeah, it'll help it.
That's red as It is pretty red. He kind of beat that.
Honestly, today is not going to be a good day for Team Nunez. Whatever happens, we're losing a strong competitor, and Team Pack is just losing dead weight.
I feel like so far, Nate, this is like his first chance to do something that he likes.
Seeing Nate pull that off, I was not expecting that. I think both of my guys beat the out of your Dave.
The whole team pretty much wants Dave out. I feel like when we started out the teams, overall, you probably had a stronger artistic front on a team. I had a little bit stronger of a positive mental attitude team. Getting the first week or 2 out of the way, the weaknesses are really becoming more apparent.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up. Machine's down. No more ink.
It's already a lot less red. Yeah.
Dave's tattoo is looking like it hurts. The skin looks red, inflamed. Bye, Dave.
Yeah, that looks good, dude.
Nice, man. The texture of it's like you can almost pet it.
I'm happy with this.
Hey, YouTube. It's Chris Nunez.
Cruzman, Craig, Eric, and Marissa. So you guys had the Crocodile. What was the overall plan here?
All of us weren't tattooing at the same time.
We stayed kind of small.
Layout, design, placement, color palette all looked very alike. Nobody went off on their own. The team worked really strong together here.
Cruzman and Craig, you definitely show us texture. You really show each little plate pushing forward, and then you show the depth behind it. The execution is really strong.
I think Eric's tattoo is right on par with Cruzman and Craig. You have a little bit different look to this tattoo, a little bit more black area between the pits. As far as the tattoo, it's really well executed.
Marissa, the attention to detail and small textures plays to your advantage in this. With 3 years tattooing, you're the one that had to rise to the occasion, and you definitely stayed in with the boys. Nice job.
Thanks.
Chris, Dave, Big C's, and Katie. Your team's
I say that I'm very upset with their critique. I think they got thrown a gold medal for a silver performance. By luck of the draw, they got the easy one. You know, anybody can create a good texture when you have pre-designed bubbles and you just simply color them dark to light fade out with a white highlight on top.
Someone would argue that you got the luck of the draw in terms of this cheated being the easiest identifiable pattern.
Yeah, but it wasn't the easiest texture-wise because the only texture in it would be the fur. So we wanted to do it at a size where you could see the texture.
We made a team decision to try to group the pieces together to cover a little more area for the part of the challenge that meant transforming the body.
The canvas sat pretty well for a little while, and it eventually ended in her having a panic attack.
It's enormous. I don't think any of us would have felt good getting that. Was there a team leader in this?
I feel like I kind of stepped up as the leader.
I know that you have the ability to really get a lot of coverage really quick. The idea that your other 3 team partners would be able to do the same might have been ambitious, to say the least.
If you accept that ability as team leader, you have to set them up for success, not failure.
The finished product is what it is. This is what we're judging. Chris, I think you definitely displayed an amazing technique of really capturing that fur and showing us that you understand what it takes to build texture in a tattoo.
Chris and Dave, you guys worked together on a piece that blended together. Season, Katie, yours did not really come off seamless. Katie has emotion, and C's yours did not.
Your spots have a different look. The background yellow, there's a lot of weird patchy areas. As far as judging texture, for me, this one falls a little bit flat.
Instead of trying to get all the yellow that I can, I should have just stood down at the bottom and tried to get all my textures and just took my time with that.
You know, as an unfinished tattoo, it's tough to say. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
I agree that they did great texture, but it's just like right off the bat, I don't see a crocodile.
If I look at the exact reference of the part of the crocodile that they emulated, it looks exactly like that reference.
I mean, this is what I do on a daily.
Welcome to the Elimination Tattoo. Impress us, and you'll be one step closer to $100,000, a feature in Inked magazine, and the title of Ink Master. Yes. Oliver is running his tattoo convention, so he won't be judging this week. However, you'll be judged by Forrest Cavaco, Chris Nunez, and myself. But we're not your only critics. Each week, you'll also be judged by America. Viewers at home will scour every detail of your elimination tattoo at inkmaster.spike.com and vote for the tattoo that they think is the best. America's vote will have a massive impact at the live finale. This week, we're testing Dimension. Oh, man.
Creating dimension is to make your tattoo look like it's actually popping off the skin. It's the difference between a basic tattoo and an amazing tattoo.
Today, you must tattoo an animal.
Oh, yes. I've been waiting for this challenge. This is the imagery that I love. This is the imagery that I do. I know I'm gonna kill it.
For an animal to come to life and pop off the skin, faces, noses, eyes, and mouths must have depth and dimension.
It's important to show dimension in animal tattoos because you want to make that tattoo look like it's alive. You want to make it look like it's gonna reach out and touch you.
Today, once again, every canvas wants the same subject matter as one other canvas. That means you'll all be going head-to-head with one other artist. One of you will win, but one of you will lose.
I want to face off with Emily so bad. If Chris and Angel pair me up with her, I'm gonna send her packing.
Let's meet your canvases. Angel and Chris, you won the Flash Challenge. You now have the power to assign all human canvases together. Once again, by assigning the skulls, you are determining who tattoos head-to-head. Your choices will determine your fate, so be strategic.
All right, you ready? I hate working in teams.
Let's just stick to the plan.
Am I going to be penalized for being better than everyone else?
You pop that yellow over that gray wash, it's going to be a whole different story.
There's not hardly any yellow in this whole thing.
There's not a lot of yellow, it's orange.
There's so much yellow. This is why I said in the beginning that we ought to do a rendering of how we do this. St. Mark's just doing his own thing, shading his whole tattoo gray from one edge to the next.
You're trying to outshine everybody. It will be a bad choice. I will not dumb down my work to make it look anywhere close to my teammates. I'm going for the win at all times. Grab your popcorn, gather around. St. Mark is still the master in this situation. If you're on like the third or fourth color, you're up.
I think we're all doing about the exact same pattern. That's great.
Dave?
Yeah, oh, sorry.
When you do that same moving.
It's nerve-wracking working with 3 other people at once. I mean, it's a tight little space.
Your elbow is actually going to be where my elbow is.
Start voting you worst team player, Dave.
Sorry if I keep tensing up a little bit.
We're barely even started and she is starting to complain.
Hang in there, give me like 5 minutes and I'm gonna move to a different spot.
Relax, you have to.
3 more
you
minutes.
have to. Mentally, you gotta get there.
She's starting to get fidgety.
She's really tense, you gotta just relax. You will make it.
It's not a good sign.
Ready for the arm?
Go.
All right, man, here we go.
Our canvas doesn't have that many tattoos, and he's not a very big guy.
Just do what you're doing, and I'm gonna duplicate it.
Instead of tattooing all at the same time, we're tattooing 1 or 2 at a time to not overwhelm him.
Oh.
You okay, buddy?
Oh my God. You gotta kind of like embrace the pain.
You're doing good, man.
You're doing wonderful,
You're doing
man.
really good.
If you baby them and you give them a little bit of finesse and you rub them the right way,
Oh, we're gonna do this together.
they can handle it. It's pretty much common sense for all tattooers. Dude, that chick is freaking out over there.
All in your mind. 1.5 spots. 1.5 spots. That's all you got.
It's not just your body, it's you.
You guys think she's gonna be able to sit for all that?
She's gonna make it through this with a smile on her face.
Did you forget that this lady is a human being? This chick can't sit there and handle this. She's dying right now in the chair.
Ink Master, Master vs. Apprentice. New episodes Tuesdays at 10, or watch it now on the Spike app.
For today's elimination tattoo, you will all be going head to head. Only one artist will win.
This is the first time in the competition that one artist will win the challenge. It deserves to be me. It's always been me. It's mine for the taking.
Welcome to the Elimination Tattoo. Impress us, and you'll have another week to prove that you deserve $100,000 and the title of Ink Master. You'll be judged by Oliver Peck, Chris Nunez, and myself, but we're not your only critics. Each week, you'll also be judged by all of America. Viewers at home will scour every detail of your elimination tattoos at inkmaster.spike.com and vote for the tattoo that they think is the best. America's vote will have a massive impact at the live finale. We also have a very special guest judge. He is a 6-time All-Star, MVP, and Cy Young Award winner. Star pitcher of the New York Yankees, CC Sabathia.
A lot of guys that I've played with have a lot of tats, and when you come in the clubhouse, it's something that you can kind of break the ice with. I got my first tattoo when I was 15, and I've been addicted ever since.
That's awesome. In the Elimination Tattoo, it's more important than ever to win Tattoo of the Day because the winner must put one artist up for elimination. This week, we're testing placement.
Placement is just having things in the right spot, making sure that whatever you do in your tattoo, those things are placed in accordance with each other and that the tattoo is placed in a good spot.
Today, you must create an aquatic tattoo. From coral and plants to fish, bubbles, sharks, and mermaids, aquatic tattoos are composed of a complex arrangement of many smaller elements.
In an aquatic tattoo, placement is everything. Down in the ocean, there's a lot of next to a lot of If it's wrong, you the entire thing up.
Let's meet your canvases. Scott, you won the Flash Challenge. You now have the power to assign all human canvases. This is your chance to sink your competition.
I finally had this advantage, and I'm not gonna waste it.
Seahorse outline on my side.
I'm gonna strike while the iron's hot and hand out the hard skulls to the top artists.
A coral reef with a sea turtle on my left arm.
She's crazy. Scott really fears me in this competition. He definitely doesn't want to see me in the top.
Siding on my left ass cheek.
It's on his ass.
That's the one that's anybody. I don't have a problem stirring up because it's only gonna secure my position in this competition. What are you looking to get done, man?
A deep sea diver with an octopus.
A treasure chest with childhood trinkets floating above it.
Oh, that sounds like a terrible idea.
If he's trying to people, he's gonna have plenty to work with. He's only years out first.
Sausage, you are not going to win today.
Canvases. One by one, please read the artist's name on the bottom of your skull.
Scott.
Gentle J.
What's up, man?
Keith.
Maddie. Jim.
Lydia. Halo.
They got all the trinkets underwater. It's the hardest piece to do. Let the games begin.
Kyle. Roland. Melissa.
Sight on the ass cheek will be hard.
Bubba.
It's a butt tattoo. I don't want to do it. It's stupid. I'm so mad right now.
Randy.
King Rock.
Sausage.
I get nailed with a diver and an octopus. It doesn't matter, come hell or high water, I'll beat Scott on his best day. Scott is making an enemy of everyone in the house.
All right, guys, remember, after the elimination tattoo, the human canvas jury will vote on the tattoo that they think is the worst and put one of you up for elimination. And the winner of Tattoo of the Day will also put an artist up for elimination. You have the rest of the evening to consult with your human canvas. Tomorrow, you'll have 6 hours to create an aquatic tattoo. Based on your work, one of you will be closing shop. Good luck.
The biggest challenge these artists are going to have is just getting all the elements, whether it's fish, coral, water, to fit into the scene tattoo and have nice placement on the body.
I want to do my leg, lower leg.
The lower leg?
Yeah.
Okay. You wanted the seahorse.
Yes.
And you wanted an ocean scene inside of that.
Correct.
What are the odds of me talking you out of getting it on your ass? Do you have any other open areas that you'd want?
No.
What about your thighs?
Thighs are covered. All the way out. All the way out.
You're just covered completely?
Yep.
This guy only has a 8x8 area on his whole entire body for me to tattoo, and it's a placement challenge. You have anything aquatic under here? Nothing? No. I'm so pissed right now.
Ideally, like Poseidon and Chariot with the horse and waves.
Chariot, horse, and waves? This guy could cost me $100,000.
Only one shop will earn $200,000 on the title of Ink Master.
Hell yeah.
And for the first time ever, the title of Master Shop. Now, standing in your way are the next returning veterans. They both competed in Season 6, representing Black Cobra Tattoo, Matt O'Ba and Katie McGowan.
2 veterans that made it so far in the competition. It's a bulletproof team.
Matt made it to the finale once before. I made it through about 75% of the competition. Now that we're here as a team, everybody needs to watch out.
No matter who's here this time, there's nobody that's going to stop us from getting to the finale.
We want it more than anyone else could possibly want it, and we have a point to prove.
Matt, Katie, good to see you guys. Welcome back.
Hello.
Thank you. So how are you guys planning on working as a team?
The things that I don't do well at, he excels in, and vice versa, so we're just a really good match.
Today, you must show proportion with a classic art form that's over 20,000 years old.
That's old.
Relief sculpture. Relief comes from the Latin word for elevated, because in this ancient art, a raised image is created.
The whole basis of sculpting is proportions. You define the sculpture by its actual shape.
For this challenge, you'll mix your own plaster, then apply it to an 8-foot by 8-foot canvas, layer by layer, to form your sculpture.
Y'all, I'm a girly girl. I don't work in construction, so I don't really know what to do with plaster.
Proportion is crucial, or your sculpture will be a mess.
Okay.
You have 5 hours, and your time begins now.
That looks awesome.
I love this. I was classically trained in sculpture. I've worked with plaster thousands of times and in much bigger quantities than this.
Well, I sure am glad that you're the plaster expert.
Me and Katie are gonna slay this.
Let's win this one. How about that?
Yeah.
Black Cobra Tattoo?
We felt like a bird would be a good way to show proportion.
You do an excellent job creating the raised surface off of the board, because in these relief sculptures, anywhere that you can create a hard shadow through lighting, it really defines the image. The bird's in proportion to itself, so I think you guys hit the challenge.
Thanks, y'all.
The judges have decided that the winner of today's Flash Challenge is Black Cobra Tattoo.
Awesome. You have something that's in relationship to itself. I think you guys hit a home run on that one.
Congratulations, guys. You'll have the power to assign all human canvases in the next elimination tattoo.
We're gonna kill it with this skull pick.
Of course we'll kill it. We know how to play the game, so this is exactly what we needed.
Absolutely. I mean, we're coming in strong. Let's do this.
There's no better test of proportion than what, Tommy?
Than a pinup.
A pinup. You must tattoo your pinup from head to toe, including her hands and feet. Not only must the head, hips, and chest strike the right balance, but tiny body parts like fingers, eyes, and hair must also have appealing proportion.
Pinups are one of the hardest things to tattoo. The face has to be the correct size, the hands, the feet, everything has to coincide with one another, and if one feature is off, you're gonna take a beautiful woman and turn her into an ugly beast.
Black Cobra Tattoos. I really like this tattoo. It's really clean, it's really simple, and it tells the whole story.
I love the details in it. The shoes, the leather you have coming up to the top of the calves. Really, really nice, clean outline, no wobbles. Overall, technically, best tattoo of the day, by far.
Thank you.
All right, Chris, it's time to announce tattoo of the day. As far as I'm concerned, there's two really standout tattoos, Black Cobra and Basilica.
I gotta be honest, if Basilica punched in the color the way Black Cobra did, that's bulletproof tattooing.
But I would argue that the proportions in Basilica are more spot on.
Yes.
My vote is for Basilica.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go Basilica because of the proportion.
The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Basilica. For this flash challenge, you need a steady hand because instead of using tattoo machines to puncture skin, you must use a drill to puncture wood. Using different sized drill bits, your design will be determined by the size of the holes you drill and the distance between them.
I have used a power drill to hang up art on the wall, but I have never made art with it. This is just gonna be a nightmare.
Win, and your shop will have the power to assign all the human canvases for the Elimination tattoo. You have 5 hours, and your time begins now.
This is all gonna go very fast in here. I've actually created a special tool to be able to make perfect circles on our canvas. Those holes are all pretty equal.
Oh, it looks really cool. Matt's gonna be doing a lot of work today. Does it look like I do woodworking back home? No. Let's do the exact same thing on the bottom.
Katie is just sitting around, not drilling holes, not drawing holes, not measuring anything.
Now introducing Katie, professional wipey girl.
Black Cobra tattoos. You've created quite an optical illusion. It actually does play with your eyes, which is pretty incredible considering it's a piece of wood with a drill.
You show ultimate precision. Great job.
We didn't come here to mess around.
Yeah, we're in it to win it.
They did circles. Good job, guys.
The winner of today's Flash Challenge is Black Cobra Tattoos. Really nice concentric circles, and it had a visual effect that was hard to achieve.
Good job, guys. This is the best day ever. 2 Flash Challenges in a row. Seriously, you guys are just gonna let us take this all the way to the end.
Today you must tattoo one of the most painful areas of the body to tattoo.
Why?
The armpit.
God damn.
Oh, I hate armpits. I don't even like my own armpits, let alone some random person's.
Oh my God.
Armpit tattoos are the worst. The skin is very sensitive, and it's very hard to stencil in an area that's completely creased. This is the pits.
Everybody's armpit's different. If these artists are smart, they're gonna do strong, simple outlines with bold shading and color and get out.
I like that placement overall.
I do too.
Each one of these teams has a definite alpha and a follower. We are testing the divide, so both artists will be tattooing individually, and we're looking to see who excels.
This is all on you now, buddy.
You ready? All right, girl. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
We are done.
Yay.
Good morning, artists. Yesterday, you tattooed your canvas's left armpit. Today, the opposite artist will tattoo the right armpit. However, you won't be working on the same canvas your teammate tattooed. The shops must all swap canvases.
What?
Another shop will be finishing what you started, and your shop must finish what someone else started, tattooing the right armpit.
Why?
Canvases, please show us your tattoos. Black Cobra tattoo, which canvas do you choose?
We choose Old Town Ink's canvas.
After looking at DJ's Hanya mask, I have no doubt at all that Matt's gonna crush him. Hello,
So-
creeping.
I had an idea. I don't know if you guys are into it. You can watch our backs later if I give you that drawing.
Absolutely.
At some point.
Absolutely.
It's like stencil ready, like I have the stencil for you.
There's some silly things going on in this drawing. There's definitely gonna be some changes that need to be made.
Fixing up my chopsticks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a little different chopstick, making that a little less confusing.
It's completely driving DJ crazy that I'm making changes to his design.
A lot of Japanese stuff's kind of goofy to me.
I got news, DJ. You need to go back to school on Japanese.
This week, you showed placement by tattooing a painful and awkward part of the body, the armpits. The judges will compare your work side by side with two artists. The artist who completed the armpit tattoo that you started and the artist whose armpit tattoo you completed. Let's see how you did. Aaron and Katie, you're up first. All right, Katie, you tattooed the first armpit.
Both of these tattoos together, top notch. So I commend you guys for application, for style, for looking similar to each other.
If you look at the subtle differences here, in Katie's bigger flower, the red that fades to that peach tone is super, super smooth. And then the thin line is really nice and clean. And then if you look at Aaron's pink flower with the blue star in there, you see some wavering problems with the little thin line. Katie outshines you a little bit.
She drew it. It's not a surprise.
Katie takes it just with those tiny little bits of application. When you're this close, it's apples to apples.
Matt and DJ, you're up next. DJ, you started off with the Hanya mask.
DJ, I like this tattoo. I think it looks super sharp. But the crooked face does bug me. The fact that the nose is curving and going one way and the teeth kind of not lining up, it's like a new school rendition of a Japanese tattoo.
If you're gonna twist it everywhere. When I see these, it makes me cringe because it's not a follow-through.
Matt.
The mouth is a little more legible, and I like what you did with the hair picks.
No, I did make a few just kind of stylistic changes.
Overall, you captured the look we want to see a little more in your rendition of DJ's drawing.
Just in terms of overall aesthetics, we're going with Matt.
Definitely going with Matt.
The winner of this head-to-head is Matt. All right, judges, time to announce best tattoos of the day.
I would go Matt and Katie over Christian and Nolan. Katie pulled off a really slick tattoo, and I think that Matt also, as far as technical application, he held up really strong.
Would you say that one of these two tattoos is the best tattoo of the day? You wouldn't, what would you?
Clean's is really solid.
And you know what? Aaron's is really good too, just Katie beat him. So this is a win and a loss, but Aaron still looks like a nice, solid, clean tattoo.
100%. Win and a loss, but top of the pack.
Both tattoos are really diverse coming out of the same shop. My vote is for Golden Skull Tattoo. Chris?
Golden Skull.
The judges have decided the best tattoos of the day go to Golden Skull Tattoo. Get ready for a fight to the finish line, because to earn a spot in the live finale, you must survive a tattoo marathon.
This whole competition has been a marathon. This could mean anything.
You'll tattoo 4 different designs in 4 different styles, one right after the other.
Jumping from one tattoo straight into another with really no time in between. It's gonna be a long day.
Each shop will create one design for the marathon. Then, each shop must tattoo their own design and the 3 other designs created by the other shops.
Damn, you slayed that outline so fast.
Cool.
Luckily, I tattoo geometric style tattoos back home on the daily, so I'm gonna kill this tattoo.
You got the cleanest lines out of the group. Aaron would probably be the next closest.
Crazy to do this in 90 minutes.
You got it, lady.
Next style up is Black and Gray, designed by Old Town Ink.
What's up, guys?
Exactly what I thought.
Good luck, guys.
It looks like there's a couple of purposeful mistakes. Like, is that pupil misaligned?
DJ tried to screw everybody. This is a really scratchy looking stencil.
What's up with these up circles?
I get it, it's gamesmanship, but black and gray realism is my thing. I'm ready to go head to head with this guy and prove who's best.
I'm curious to know if anybody else is pulling any of these effects.
Oh, that's awesome. The
Skin
creases,
cells.
yeah.
Nobody has seen me do black and gray realism in the house, and I don't think they understand how much I'm gonna kill this.
You have totally, like, knocked it out of the park.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up.
Oh, man, that looks so good.
God damn.
Next up is Illustrated Fantasy, designed by Unkindness Art.
So, there we go.
It's like
Just a mythical creature.
Yeah. This is as big as it's gonna be?
Yeah. You have an hour and a half, man. Good luck, guys.
Look how funky all the line work is. If you set it up for everyone else to fail, and then you fix it in your own drawing, then you look like a dick. If you set it up for everyone else to fail and didn't know it, and everybody else fixes the drawing,
You look
then
dumb.
you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So either way, everybody's gonna look like a dickhead or an idiot.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up.
On to the next one.
And finally, American Traditional, designed by Black Cobra Tattoos.
This
Oh,
is the
nice.
American traditional piece that
Nice.
you will be doing.
All I can say is good luck.
All you got to do is make a super clean tattoo and get the job done.
That's a monster piece.
We'll see if everybody pulls it off.
And your time starts now.
Last one, brother.
Hit him with the heat.
Black Cobra tattoos. First up is Basilica's geometric design.
I like this monochromatic take with tones similar enough to be in the same spectrum, but far enough apart to really create this 3D illusion. These color choices look really great.
Old Town Inks, black and gray.
Matt, I think the areas you put the hyper focus on are these eyelashes, the little corner tear duct, and then the small details that you have in the center of the eye really play nicely here.
Unkindness Arts, fantasy illustrative.
You made some positive changes to this design. The hairline looks a lot better. This hard inner bridge of the nose really gives the shape of the face. I really like how this one came out.
Finally, Katie's American Traditional.
Super solid, super clean tattoo. The saturation of all the colors, very nice, very bright. Definitely looking good today.
If I walked into this shop and saw this portfolio, I'd be pretty stoked. All right, let's look at the head-to-heads. Who won the geometric? It's between Nolan and Katie.
100%.
Obviously.
I will say for Nolan's behalf, that thing is solid.
So is that your final decision?
I'm going with Nolan.
I'm gonna go with Katie on this one.
The line weight on Katie's is a little stronger. I like it a little better. We're going with Katie.
All right, so winner of the geometric head-to-head is Black Cobra. Next, Old Town Inks, black and gray.
This one's a no-brainer for me.
Christian gets this one.
All right, the winner of this head-to-head is Basilica. Congratulations, Kristen. Unkindness Arts, fantasy illustrative.
Again, very little debate on this one for myself. I go with Matt.
I like DJ's color palette. That's my vote.
I love what DJ did. I love the tentacles, but as an overall finished piece, I prefer Matt's as well. Congratulations, Black Cobra Tattoo. Finally, Black Cobra Tattoo's American Traditional.
The two to debate over are Katie and Christian, but I like Christian's a little more muted green and yellow versus Katie's grass green and gold.
Christian, no-brainer.
All right, winner of the head-to-head on American Traditional is Basilica Tattoo. That means we have 2 wins for Basilica Tattoo and 2 wins for Black Cobra Tattoo. But we came here today to put one shop in the finale. So is there a clear winner of the marathon?
Both sides had definite great moments, and both sides had definite challenges.
Let me ask you a question, Dave.
Yeah.
Is it too late to give them both a spot?
You're saying let Black Cobra and Basilica go. I think both these shops deserve a shot in the finale.
They're completely dead heat.
Listen, I'll do it.
Do it.
No way.
Basilica Tattoo, Black Cobra Tattoo, congratulations. You guys are in the spot in the live finale.
Yeah.
Representing Black Cobra Tattoos, it's Katie McGowan and Matt O'Barr.
Get in close and get a real good look. Katie, talk to us about this tattoo.
I love tattooing floral imagery. I love tattooing mandalas, so I wanted to showcase a style that I'm super passionate about, so that's what I went with.
All right, all right.
Black Cobra, please coming up with your canvas. Tattooed by the stunning Katie McGowan. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Well, Katie, I think this one you really hit out of the park. Your color play in this mandala, the richness of the colors and the juxtaposition of the cool to the warm really, really sets well. I love the balance that it has with the leaves. Everything you did on this tattoo is really spot on. It's one of the nicest tattoos I've seen you do.
Black Cobra, thank you very much.
You got robbed on season 6.
And I feel like you went home way too early.
I totally agree. So we have a lot to prove. So we wanted to do Birds of Prey.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
For the color one, we chose a falcon. The torch is representative of like taking the win, bringing it home. We really designed these to where you cannot tell who did what, and that's really telling of how collaborative we are as a team.
Dude, that is sick. And they're gonna look great together.
I'm ready to bring the title of Master Shop home.
I'm ready to put that check in the bank.
The other 2 shops have a lot of talent.
I wouldn't expect either one of them to drop the ball.
But I hope they do a little.
Yeah.
I feel like these 2 back pieces are the best tattoos of my career.
These tattoos are worth $100,000 each.
And finally, Black Cobra. Step on up. And reveal. All right, guys. Let's hear it.
We wanted to bring something that you couldn't tell whose style was more heavily influenced in it. We wanted to look like both of us had an equal influence.
Well, guys, this approach that you took to this tattoo, these big, huge outlines, really, really strong, really graphic, really solid, strong, bold work. Where you guys, I think, come off a little bit at an odds is the filigree that you incorporate and the light shades and tones that you have throughout the tattoo. You take either a little bit away from the foreground or a little bit away from the background. You mask the work. Otherwise, bulletproof tattoo.
I also agree that there's some contrast issues for me that I'm having a little bit of a tricky time reading it, but overall, this thing is put in there so technically sound that it's hard to argue with.
Flawless.
Cool.
Well,
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Black Cobra, you're up next. Come on down. Good. And go ahead, reveal, please.
Well, guys, looking at the tattooing, it is flawless again. Both back pieces match. The anatomy issue here is the bottom wing. From the connection of the breast where the wing connects on the top wing, if you turn that over and look at the other side of that bird, the connections don't balance out. If you put an arch in that wing and then drop it, it would look a lot more dynamic and not as questionable.
Really great job, guys. Love the tattoo. Technically, it's as solid as it can be, and it looks like one tattooer did it, which is just unbelievable.
And the color palette is beautiful.
Really well done. Thanks, guys.
Oh, wow. Back here again.
She's like ready.
I just cannot wait to see what Ash has to say to me.
Here we go.
See?
So you're getting feisty
It's
already.
the undertone you have to look out for.
Oh.
Look who it is. If it isn't America's best teammate.
The girl with 9 lives. I see we still have a little bit of a grudge, huh?
I just don't like the person that you are.
Oh, yeah?
You threw me under the bus the first chance that you got, and now you want me to just forgive you like everything's cool.
It's just playing the game. This isn't Friend Master. I'm not trying to make friends here.
Well, you didn't make friends, don't worry.
Look at that face. Just a mean frown.
Game aside, I'm just the type of person where I have morals and I go off that.
I understand that, but unfortunately, it just doesn't get you anywhere in this game.
They're talking about morals, like, as a person. I mean, this is pretty deep.
Well, it was pretty deep.
It's definitely a personal grudge for sure.
Let's go settle this and get it going.
Let's find out what's actually up.
I did what I did. There's no going back.
That's great, Alexis. I'm glad that you're proud of your decision, but I stand by my morals and...
Come on, fireballs. You better get ready for a big old competition. You guys are gonna sit there and whine all day? Man, you guys got some beef.
I'm just the type of person where I'm gonna stick up for my team and my girls, and she has not an ounce of that in her body.
It's a game. Am I wrong? This is a game. I played it.
There's always 2 sides of every story, so you guys wanna throw down?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
We are giving you the opportunity to settle all of this. We're gonna throw at you a 90-minute face-off tattoo, head-to-head, just you ladies, where we get to pick what your girls will be tattooing today. Total level playing field, no bullshit.
Oh, damn.
90 minutes? That's not enough time to do anything. That's not even enough time for me to put my hair in.
Whoever wins gets a huge advantage. You're going to be able to choose either the style or the subject matter that the both of you have to tattoo in tomorrow's 6-hour grudge match tattoo.
I'll take that.
Well, this is a huge advantage. I can really set Ash up for failure. If I pick something that she is not comfortable with, that could get in her head.
And the winner of that grudge match ends it all.
Buries those skeletons and ends this grudge.
About time.
Don't talk to me.
I mean, what do you think we should give them?
I feel like it's a cat fight, and we should do some cats.
90-minute cat tats.
90-minute cat tats. All right.
Go get them. Come on, why aren't you guys drawing yet?
I tell you right now, this is gonna be insane.
I think they're gonna throw down.
You think?
Let's see how you do without your crush his team.
I just don't understand why you're talking to me.
In our second Grudge, Season 10 Zen Master Coach Anthony Michaels saw his team taken out by the cunning strategist, Josh Payne.
If there was a talk master, it's all you. That silver tongue, it's not working today.
I'm on the same platform as you, so don't walk around here like you're better and bigger.
And now, Anthony's out for revenge.
Look who I'm going up against. I had to bring it.
All right, I mean, this is pretty crazy, guys. 2 Ink Masters have beef. It doesn't get any more epic than that.
Oh, I'm excited about today.
What are these guys even arguing about?
Well, the thing is Josh is really good at manipulation, and that's a skill in itself.
Yes.
Anthony is a gentleman. He likes to play by the rules, very by the book, and Josh is throwing all these tricks at him, and I think Anthony's just like, whoa, 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 what rule book are you following?
That's where this grudge stemmed from.
This competition is full of adversity, which is what I was brought up from. I'm here to help all of you be the best you that you can be.
In this industry, a lot of people, even though there are competitions, they tend to kind of shy away from it. So when they see me come in being competitive, they're like, oh, this dude's just an asshole. It's like, nah, man, if there's a prize to win, I'm gonna win it.
I push buttons and it worked. I'm still here and I'm gonna keep fighting.
Then we're gonna gun at you. I'm gonna do everything I can to shit on your world. That's just the way the game goes. This grudge match is all about revenge. One of my biggest goals is to show Josh you don't have to be a dick, you don't have to be loud. Look, we're here to tattoo. I really want this shop to be relaxing, balanced, comfortable, a place of positivity. If this was a yelling match, Josh might have the upper hand, but that's not what we're here for. I'm gonna let him run his mouth, I'm gonna do a badass tattoo, and I'm gonna give Josh a run for his money.
Do your shoulders hurt? Because you just got to carry the weight of that crowd. How many times do your clients come in and they're like, you're not as big a dick as I thought you were going to be? They all say that. I won the title of Ink Master kind of on a question mark. A lot of people think I won with my mouth and not my work. This will be my chance to really prove how good I am and the fact that I deserve it. Back again.
Look at the loafer.
He's going on a cruise.
People that rock those don't give a
They don't.
Oh, Mr. Payne.
Look who showed up late.
Come down here, let's have a conversation, like adults, if you know how to do that.
I'm not good at it.
I know. I know you were hell-bent on taking my team out, and your strong point was this mental warfare.
I'm the best. I knew I was the best. I came in to win this whole thing. I am who I am for a reason, and I do what I do.
As I told you then, and I'm gonna tell you now, you're screwed.
Anthony's calmness is a bit intimidating. It's a whole different kind of mind trickery.
I'm representing all those artists that should have taken you out. I'm here to finish the job.
Let's go.
All right, let's get in there.
One last wolf to take out.
That silver tongue, it's great. It's not working today.
Yeah, boys.
Uh-oh.
Look at this matchup.
Hey, guys.
This should be interesting.
This is epic. I mean, I wore a fancy shirt today.
It's gonna be a bloodbath, man. I'm not representing just myself. I'm representing my team. I have a lot to lose.
I took out his entire team, and there's one last wolf to kick out of the pack.
Honestly, may the best man win.
This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna even the playing field. No one has the upper hand. We're gonna give you guys a 90-minute face-off tattoo.
All right.
Where we decide what you're gonna be tattooing.
The winner of that face-off tattoo gets to pick the style or the subject matter for a 6-hour grudge match tattoo.
That's big.
That's a big game changer.
And whoever wins this 6-hour grudge match tattoo settles the score, ends it all.
That's it.
I haven't done a small tattoo in years.
Well, today's the day.
Legitimately. Yeah. I talk for 90 minutes a tattoo. Like, when am I supposed to work?
Definitely gonna take this to the wire then, I think it's safe to say.
What are we gonna give him?
How about we let them surprise us?
What do you mean?
what?
So
Like,
don't pick anything?
They're Ink Masters.
I'm down with that.
The worst thing you can tell me to do is anything I want to do.
Oh.
Maybe that's the biggest challenge.
You guys don't got much time to draw. You wanna start drawing?
That might be a good idea.
Get to work.
I'd be gone. I'd be gone.
Good luck,
Do it.
guys.
Oh, man.
Let the tournament begin.
Oh, man.
Oh, what do I do?
Man, I'm surprised you're a little thrown off.
Problem is I got too many things in my head. I just got to rein myself in a little bit. So it's not idea master or drawing master right now. It's tattooing, and that's when I'm showing up, bud.
We'll see.
We will.
All right, fellas. You guys ready to get this started?
Yes, sir.
Born ready.
Anthony, cool, calm, and collected.
Walk in the park, baby.
Josh, got the jitters out?
I'm good.
Got the duct tape?
That I can't promise.
You guys get to do whatever you want in this 90-minute face-off. Your time, it starts right now.
Let's go.
Check that out, dude.
I like it. Looks good. This is gonna be a cool tattoo.
Anthony Michaels and Josh Payne, man. This is two ink masters. This 90-minute face-off tattoo, it's to get them back into the game. All right, Daddy, let's do it. Hour and a half might take a while if you're, watching a movie. But in here, that clock ticks.
In art, apparently, you're not allowed to be competitive. Everybody's like, why's it gotta be like that? I go,
Yeah.
I want to win.
Exactly.
Josh is like that dog in the neighborhood that just barks.
I got thrown every single curveball they could have thrown, and at this point, if I got to take out the coach,
Yeah.
I got to do what I got to do.
All the time.
Time to put an end to the reign of the wolf pack.
All right, Ash, Alexis, you guys got 90 minutes to do catty tatties. You ready to get this cat fight started?
Absolutely.
All right, let's tattoo.
You ready?
Ready.
I'm doing a black and gray realistic cat portrait. I'm gonna do it nice and small, but still make sure that I focus on the details. The fact that I get to do what I want to do, I feel confident.
In case you didn't know, that's what a real tattoo machine sounds like.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. This is what I do every day. This is what I'm good at. Alexis is gonna learn today.
Color.
Already?
Girl, we don't got 90 minutes. A 90-minute tattoo can throw you off way more than you realize because you could do a design and it looks like it's small, but if it has a lot of detail in it, that's where you have to realize as an artist what are the most important things that need to be in this tattoo. My biggest concern is just making sure that it's technically solid as hell. Fastest tattoo I've ever done in my life.
All right, we are already down to 1 hour. Only 60 minutes left, ladies.
Hi. How's it going?
Cat tax.
56 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
Ash is doing a portrait in 90 minutes. Doing a cat portrait in general is tough because all of the fur and texture. But in 90 minutes, I mean, that's insane.
It looked like small and easy to do.
You have got to get a move on, baby.
I know. 90 minutes just goes so fast.
All right, Sketchy Mike, you guys have 6 hours to do a fierce tiger tattoo. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's tattoo.
6 hours. It's gotta be perfect.
Turn towards me, all the way.
There we go. Sketchy called out tiger head. There's so many details. The teeth, the mouth, the eyes. These things are full of texture. The fur, whiskers even. What's not to love about a tough, fierce tiger head tattoo?
Ready?
Yeah.
Cool.
Dang, tiger is loose.
When I competed the first time, I didn't get to show what I can do.
Cool design, dude.
Thanks. This is how I like to draw tigers. My tiger's breaking through a chain because it's a strong animal. I want this tattoo to look tough, with a strong line weight, solid blacks, solid colors. It's gonna look the same in 30 years.
I'm not trying to stress too much.
You never look like you're stressing. I'm gonna tell you that.
What does this thing got going on? Daggers and flames and tiger, kitchen sink.
I told you I'm not playing this time.
My first two designs were just tiger heads, but I was like, what's gonna give it that extra punch? What's gonna be the nail in the coffin? Like, I wanted to crush it.
How's the time going? I mean, you're not even done with this outline. You got enough time?
Yeah, plenty of time, man. Once the line work's done, it's smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, they always say that no rush thing.
Until you're rushing. Hopefully it don't work out that way.
4 hours remain, guys. 4 more hours.
I got a lot of work to do. It's my own fault. I probably shouldn't have done all this extra shit. I'm just hoping that it doesn't backfire. I'm balls deep.
I don't hear you.
All right, in this booth, we got Oba, the chocolate dynamite Jackson. And in this booth, we got Tiara, the pink thundercracker Gordon. You guys have 6 hours to complete an insect tattoo. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's tattoo.
Hell yeah.
Tiara called insect tattoos. I'm bugging out.
Oh, look at that tooth. This is just like the one I lost in 64.
Bug tattoos can be super difficult because there's tons of little details. And if you mess those details up, well, you got a shitty tattoo.
Ready?
Yep.
Is this gonna be your favorite tattoo?
It's definitely gonna be up there.
I'm feeling kind of confident. I'm getting to do exactly what I wanted to do.
What the hell kind of bug is that?
You know I'm going with the lemon theme.
I even got to put a tooth into my design, and I collect teeth also, and bugs. I don't know why, really, I collect them. I just find it fascinating.
I think your designs are cool. They really like fit you, you know? And I'm like just noticing that like this might be like the outside of a lemon too.
It is, it's a lemon peel.
Like if it shuts and the wings go in, it's like a lemon.
Yeah,
You thought about that while you were drawing it.
yeah.
That's cool that people think about that stuff when
I
they
do,
draw.
I think about it all day.
It's good, it's good.
I think about bugs and lemons.
I think I've been sometimes underestimated throughout my career. Maybe it's because I'm a little weird. I like to be creative. I think my stuff is not ordinary. It's not something that you would see every day. It's something that's a little weird. It makes you think.
All right, we are at the halfway point. 3 hours down, 3 hours to go.
What made you want to do a praying mantis?
I don't know, I just liked it with all the textures and spikes and shit. A praying mantis proportions are really cool. Like the size of its arms versus its body and head, it look very chic. If somebody put it on a Paris runway, it would just go right along with everything else.
I'm really glad you could come back to do this tattoo. When you left, we didn't even know really what was going on.
When I went to my doctor, it was basically environmental stress on my heart.
The environment definitely puts a lot of stress on you that people don't realize.
I wish I hadn't had left in a competition, but then I think everything works out in a certain way. I started taking care of myself a lot better. I don't have type 2 diabetes anymore. I lost 37 pounds. So now I get even more outfits. I'm like super excited about that. Tiara, are you taking dance breaks?
Is that a challenge?
I mean, it could be. I don't know shit about bugs, but I came to win. Tiara may be my friend, but I did not come here to lose. Loser does not look good on me.
We're down to 2 hours. You better sharpen up those claws. 2 hours left.
Ryan said sharpen up those claws.
Yeah.
I didn't put any claws in mine.
I didn't either.
I think you should add claws to yours last minute.
Definitely not gonna do that.
Are you thickening your line or fixing your mistakes?
Thickening my line, different line weights.
Man, you couldn't just do a tiger head. You had to throw everything else in that you've ever done.
Yeah, I wanted to frame it out.
It took Sketchy almost 2 hours to outline that thing. It's got a lot of lines in it. I know.
They're all built up unevenly. He's got to fix those.
If he can pull it off, it's dope. I really like Mike's design.
Man, I love Mike's design. It's solid, it's simple.
You know what I think it does need? A big, heavy, punched-in outline. It's true.
All right, I'm counting it down, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. This grudge match is over.
Just in time.
I am stoked, definitely.
We're done.
It's awesome.
Dig it?
It's badass.
Well, it was a tiger head challenge.
Put my heart into it, man. Put my heart into it.
It's very
Try to
clean.
make it dynamic.
You could have just went with the tiger.
They wanted a cat fight, so now they got it.
you?
What's going on, man? Today, the most difficult part about this challenge is consistency. Our goal is that you leave here with something that looks awesome. It's important that all of these outlines and stencils match up and play well together so that this canvas transforms into one particular pattern throughout.
Lucky for you, I breed snakes.
Ooh, really?
Our strategy is to keep it true to the anatomy of an actual snake. Snakes have different scales on the top of their heads as they do the rest of their body.
Your head, we'll do like the head pattern.
I'm tattooing her head, so my scale pattern looks different because it's a different type of scale. The other three need to be exactly the same.
There are circles with tiny little scales and then that iridescent pattern.
The challenge is to transform her. If these two touched, two pieces together and two pieces together would be better than not.
I'm excited about Chris being on the team because he's a Marine and I'm a soldier.
We'll work together and let's get a stencil that works for everybody so that we can all do the same designs.
I don't have my master here with me, so why not let a strong person take the lead?
We'll coordinate how we're gonna do it. We'll put out the same bottles of ink for everybody.
Exactly.
I'll show you guys how to do the background tones. We'll start with the brown spots and then I'll work our way through.
I feel good about that.
Everybody feel good about that?
Yeah.
They didn't specify whether we all had to be tattooing at the exact same time.
We're definitely concerned whether or not our canvas is gonna sit through this.
So maybe do one and then the others watch how they're doing it.
And that way we're not torturing him.
You have 6 hours to transform your canvas into an animal as a team. And your time begins now.
Okay, stop right there.
This area appears to be a lot easier to tattoo.
I agree. This is a serious teamwork challenge. During the tattoo, there has to be a lot of communication.
Hair lower. Yeah, that's good.
They all have to adapt to each other's style and make all these tattoos look the same. They can't just all do their own thing, because then they're all gonna lose.
It looks good. Craig's gonna start first. You tell us you're good, and I'm gonna start.
For me in this competition, it's go big or go home. I'm swinging for the fences and hitting a home run every time. So our idea is to cover as much canvas skin as possible so that it looks like her body's transforming into the cheetah.
See that I'm keeping that same lineup? Just trying to be as randomly natural as possible.
The idea is just to kind of follow my lead, watch how I do each part of the texture, and they're just gonna duplicate what I do.
Put them at the top end more than the bottom end? Yeah, exactly. I can see that. Perfect.
Ink Master, Master vs. Apprentice. New episodes Tuesdays at 10, or watch it now on the Spike app.
You're doing good, man. You're doing wonderful, man.
Really good. If you baby them and you give them a little bit of finesse and you rub them the right way,
we're gonna do this together.
they can handle it. It's pretty much common sense for all tattooers.
Wolves are a kiss of death in this place. Without the proper distance of a wolf's nose, it turns into a flat-nosed bear.
Having said that, this happens to be one of my favorite wolf heads we've seen. It's time for you all to use your technical precision to create a photorealistic designs. You have 6 hours to complete your tattoo, and the clock starts now.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay.
The number one thing you want to accomplish with a photorealistic tattoo is duplicating the image as close as possible. If it's an animal, landscape, whatever it is, you need to have the elements in the exact spaces from the stencil, or you screwed yourself from there on.
Once again, using black and gray, shocking. Shane hasn't touched any color since he's been here.
Doing great.
That's such a sensitive spot. That one too.
I'm very happy with the wolf design. There's a lot of color in it that I could really play with and make it really bounce off her arm. It should do well in the judging. Having fun yet? All right, girl. You did awesome.
I swear it looks just like a bear and two cubs. Well, I'm so badass that even if I reduce my quality, it's still better than everybody else.
This week we tested your technical precision skills. Now it's time to see how you did with photorealistic tattoos. All right, Tommy. Did she want color, or was that your call?
She never really mentioned black and gray or color. She just said, do what you want.
The tricky thing is, when you start working with these colors, and trying to get a realistic view, more times than not, it comes out looking really illustrative and really like a painting. And that's kind of what we got here.
Typically, I work in color. It seems that's my style when it comes out.
The only thing that I would like to have seen that would have changed the whole look of this thing, if you would have hit the hairs made them more like hairs. If you would've got a little trickier in the ear, because the side of the head and the ear is where it kind of drifts off more into a paint style than a realistic style.
Shane, this wolf on the left is unbelievable. Those eyes look like they're living.
I love the little white highlights in their eyes and their teeth. It really makes it look real.
I think when it comes to photorealism, you know, it's all about texture. And you hit textures. All the little hairs there, you know, it's nice, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
There is $100,000 on the line, and I'm going to take it. This is what I got. I love photorealism. I love to tattoo animals. I cannot wait to get started.
It's really not that tasteful. Do I really want some random girl on my back for the rest of my life?
Here we go.
Man, my dad's gonna kill me if he sees this. Hopefully he doesn't have a heart attack. I'm really not cool with this. I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be a father one day, and here I have some random girl on my back that has no relation to me or my family.
First session is done.
It is a lot of money on the line for her, but it's not any money on the line for me. I absolutely know that I am not coming back for the next.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
There's been a situation. Unfortunately, your master canvas is not coming back. So, we are going to send you a new master canvas, but you're going to have to start from scratch. All right, sweetheart, good luck to you.
I am completely in shock right now. I really did not expect him to pull out. I hope that it's not going to affect my chance to win. Hi.
I'm Stanley.
Hi, Stanley. Nice to meet you. I'm so disappointed, but I made it this far. I'm not gonna let anything stop me right now. I worked so hard putting my all into this piece. I deserve to win.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The finalists had 35 hours to create the best work of their careers. But will it be enough to earn them the title of Ink Master? It's time to reveal and critique the finalists' tattoos. Tattoo Baby, you're up first.
First of all, I'll say you did some of the nicest hands tattooed we've seen in the history of Ink Master on this thing. This thing is super clean in a lot of areas, but it has some major problems. I want to know, where's the wolf's body? What is that weird thing coming down from the wolf where is that supposed to be the wolf's leg? It's very confusing. Is the girl buried in the ground and only half of her body? There's a grass line and then a wolf standing there and then a girl with the rest of her body is gone. It's very strange. It doesn't fit well on this guy's body. And mainly the tomahawk at the bottom looks like an afterthought.
You have 6 hours to tattoo an animal, and your time starts now.
All right, let's do this. All right, let's do it.
Oh yeah, man. Animals are tough for a lot of artists because there's always different textures, fur, feathers, different ways that you have to really go about executing that take a lot of tricks to lay down a dimensional tattoo.
Ready?
Yeah.
Today you had to use dimension to bring animals to life. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Don, you went head-to-head with Robbie. You did hit some dimensional aspects of this thing. It looks like it's coming at you, but you are kind of coming into this guy's sternum.
I focused more on the collarbone. Didn't really pay too much attention to where that ear was going.
You didn't pay attention to where the ear was going. How can people be making tattoos to last a lifetime and not be sure where things are going? It's crazy.
Robbie.
The background spins us out a little bit, and it's taken our eye away from the idea of dimension.
Looking at the detail you got in the fur, it would have been nice to see you do a much bigger, tougher take on this thing. This is literally 50-50 foreground background. So your wolf just comes off weak in the whole tattoo. Bottom line is that both of the shapes of these things are bad. Don, yours has a much tougher, more aggressive pose. The snout's moving forward. So you created what the challenge asked for. For that, I have to go with Don.
I have to give it to Don.
I'm gonna go with Don, too. Congratulations, man. Artists, you have 6 hours to prove contrast. Your time begins now.
With stained glass tattoos, strong black outlines are going to be a 100% necessity and will add to the contrast.
Because it's stained glass, it's more geometric.
If these artists don't depict the proper contrast, it just feels more like color by numbers.
Color isn't my biggest strong point. I gotta find a way to make this pop.
Opaque gray's a good call.
Well, that's the kind of color he wanted.
Looks like he's doing all right.
Chilling. I plan to show contrast with doing a light blue sky. And the red moon is gonna set off a lot of contrast in this piece. Matt might think he can beat me, but I got tricks up my sleeve.
Today, you had to use contrast to make vibrant, stained glass tattoos. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist, and we will directly compare your work. Keto, you went head-to-head with Matt.
You have issues getting this color solid. Your gray by the ear all the way up to the top of the head, it's just very sketchy.
But I hit the contrast mark, right?
Just putting blue next to yellow, yeah, there is a contrast there, but it's not using contrast artistically to make this wolf look dynamic.
Matt.
You definitely hit the contrast. The areas of the muzzle and the eyes really standing out from the dark brown in the coat.
You made this tattoo look really tough, really bold, really strong. It's a sticker. This is a good job.
There's really no question here. I'm gonna go with Matt on this for sure.
Matt.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Artists, you have 6 hours to create an illusion. And your time begins now.
Great, let's do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the stencil on you. In order to achieve an optical illusion tattoo properly, you're gonna really have to know the anatomy and dynamics of the image that you're tattooing and the body part that you're placing it on.
And lift. Dude, that's perfect on the first try.
If you're not ingenious doing these tattoos, you will not succeed.
Are you open to artist interpretation?
I like to stick to the wolves, really. I got dished the canvas possible. It's a wolf in the armpit, and this is not going to translate well.
It's gonna hurt.
I know, but this is gonna be my second tattoo.
You're definitely gonna earn this tattoo.
I'm hating life. I really don't want to do this tattoo. It sucks.
Ow, 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 ow. Hold on. Please, hold on. Please.
My canvas is being sissy. It's making me stop every 2 seconds.
Ow. Hold on again.
I'm going into freak out mode. I suffer from bipolar disorder, and sometimes my emotions get in the way. I'm beyond furious at this point.
I just want to finish the tattoo. I know.
Ready to rock and roll? If he doesn't make it through this, he's basically sending me home.
Today, you had to use ingenuity to come up with a clever way to transform your canvas's body part. Each of you tattooed head-to-head with another artist. One of you will win, and one of you will lose. Earl.
This thing is ugly, bro.
This was a living nightmare. By 10 minutes in, he was crying.
This tattoo is riddled with weird choices. On the side of the nose, there's those 2 divots that almost look like that may be where his eyes would be.
That's literally off the picture.
Just because your reference was a real photo doesn't mean that the tattoo is real looking. It's crazy.
Between Marissa and Earl.
It's obviously Marissa.
I gotta go with Marissa, too.
Marissa.
Winner of the head-to-head challenge is Marissa. All right, guys, you have 6 hours to face off head-to-head. Win the face-off, and you have earned your spot in the live finale. Your time begins now.
All right. Woo! Today, the stakes are the highest they're gonna be.
Are you so stoked? Final 4?
Yeah. Every tattoo from now on is a $100,000 tattoo. 4 guys left, no room for error.
I'm focused like a laser beam. I'm looking at every single hair on this wolf, and every one of them is going to be sculpted perfect.
This has to be the best piece I've ever done, so I'm definitely having fun with this one.
It's awesome.
The hell you doing over there, James? You adding a whole wolf pack or something?
Oh, hell no.
You better get busy. I got one more person to get rid of, and I'm in the finale. I've been here forever. James just got here. There is no way I can let him win this.
You guys ain't just laying down, are you?
Ain't no easy win, mother.
3 hours to go, everybody.
I know it's going to be a really hard challenge to beat Christian in black and gray, but I am determined to get to the finale.
I don't think I can do realism. All I know how to do is Japanese.
It's awesome.
I really like the background, just popping it out.
That's killer.
James's tattoo looks like a rabid raccoon defending a marshmallow patch. There's no way on earth that anybody is gonna pick James's tattoo over mine. Guess what? I'm going to the finale.
Today, the new artists got to call their shots facing off with each of the veterans. The winner of each face-off will earn a spot in the live finale. It's time to see how you did. Christian and James, you tattooed a realistic black and gray wolf. Christian, let's start with you. Did you pick a subject and style that was your wheelhouse and something that you excel at, or was it something that maybe you thought James was lacking in ability?
This whole time we've been playing their game, I figured, you want to get to the end, you got to play mine.
This is a really smooth tattoo from top to bottom. The detail you got into the fur of the wolf, super crisp. But what I think really shows your experience is how this tattoo ends. In every direction, top, side, bottom. The background is silhouetted or soft shaded out. It really gives the wolf a lot of punch.
What I love about this tattoo the most is the composition. I love the way that you laid out the deep set black in the tree line behind it, and then you give us that mountain scene, and then you break off into the sky. It has nice layers and textures individually that set each range apart. That's black and gray tattooing at its finest.
James. The problem I have with this tattoo is the posture of the wolf. It almost looks a little bit afraid. It doesn't have the fierce, ferocious feel that I would picture these animals to have.
You have a lot of nice little small crisp details, especially in the face of the wolf, but the way you end your tattoo is such a harsh, squarish oval shape. It's just a hard block. You don't really lose it into the skin. With a few little tricks, you could have really softened up the edge of this tattoo, and it would have helped the overall composition of this piece.
All right, Team Nunez, you have 6 hours to create a legible watercolor tattoo. And your time begins now.
Woo!
Let's do this.
So I'm gonna have you stand right here.
Watercolor tattoos are very abstract, and it's tough to create something legible.
What kind of flowers did you say again?
Wildflowers.
Okay, cool.
My team in the Flash Challenge took it right in the teeth, so I'm hoping that they can bounce back and redeem themselves.
Bleeding. Can't look. This is the first time in the competition that I'm finally allowed to do color. So my strategy is to do an absolute color bomb with this tattoo.
I like the design.
It's gonna have like a frosted kind of look to it. It's a good day for Kelly. Take a look. Oh my God, that looks amazing.
Team Nunez, today you had to show legibility by creating a watercolor tattoo that's readable from across the room. Kelly.
Kelly, I love this tattoo. It looks like light colors of watercolor have been blended. Every color you have blends very smoothly to very dark tones and even black. I think this tattoo is great.
The ink really flows, bleeding the colors and really seeing the ink move in the lower portion of the neck within your little highlights. That really shows nicely the color play and the looseness. You really do a stand-up job here.
Crazy. Oh, this is real.
These artists today are going to get to do anything they want to prove that they have what it takes to get on a team, which most of the time in Ink Master means they're going to up a lot.
I'm excited.
Today I'm looking for fundamentals. I'm looking for somebody that can run great lines, do smooth shading, pack solid color, do smooth black and gray, get in, get out, simple.
All right, guys, this is the blind critique. Let's see how they did.
Oh, here we go.
Definitely some anatomy issues going on.
The face isn't bad, I think.
The face is bad.
Here we go.
I think the rat looks like...
You say the rat?
That's a wolf, bro.
I'll own that.
It's a better rat than a wolf, for sure.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to create a stonework tattoo. And your time begins now.
Just never stops. I'm so frustrated right now. I regressed in my tattoo and I can see it. All of a sudden, I can't even draw what should be something simple to me. You have to get every shadow right, and those dots can kill you. Yeah. I'm focused on where I'm not. Missing my kids and missing my wife just puts me in a place where my head isn't where it's supposed to be. Put a bunch of black, it keeps popping it out. My canvas of skin is fire engine red. The more we work on it, the less I can see.
Because of that redness, you're gonna lose those eyes, man, a lot.
The redder the skin, the more blood to the surface. Grays are really thin, so if my gray goes in and the blood is pushing it out, then I really have no structure or depth to my tattoo.
I gotta still tighten up in here.
This does not look like stone. I am panicked in my head.
Oh yeah, that is awesome. I really like it. A lot.
Today, you had to show dimension by creating stonework tattoos. Mike.
I don't think that anybody's gonna think that this is stone. Everything's all shaded in and it's just not consistent. It's not precise.
Just this floating black nose with no ridge bone connection, no muzzle, no whiskers. I don't care if you can't make a stone piece of armor. I care that a wolf looks like a wolf.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to create a negative space tattoo, and your time starts now.
Okay, so just stand right there.
Let's go, guys. Good luck.
As usual, Jeremy's like all over the place. The design looks crazy, and Steve is pissed right now. I mean, he's just not listening.
Why not just do the anger?
I don't know, he liked it.
On the other hand, with my tattoo, I'm taking Steve's advice on this, tattooing something simple, clean, and just hitting the challenge.
Just basically pull off that line, you know what I mean? And that's the best way to do it.
Am I tripping, or is that composition?
No.
He took two elements and composed them together, but it's not like that's great composition. It's just wolf and wolf.
Today, you were being tested on composition with negative space tattoos. Rolly. Compositionally, it's simple, it's readable, it's legible. I love the details you have in the nose and in the mouth of the larger wolf.
You definitely used the negative space and you didn't clutter it. My only issue with the tattoo is that you're very tonal. It would be really great to have some light around here to separate the face from the neck. Start trusting that light tone. You have the technical ability to be a lot better.
Coaches and artists, you have 6 hours to prove that you can match the master, and your time starts now.
I'm gonna place the sense on you standing up.
So far, the divide has been huge, coaches versus teammates. Today, we're looking for that divide to close up.
That's cool.
If you've made it to this section of the competition, you should be able to do anything that comes your way.
Let's get it. Anthony, I'm gonna advise you to do it the other forearm because it's looking the wrong way right now. Because when you're standing like this, you're gonna see the face, not the back of the hair.
Let's go the other way.
I'm hoping somebody can outshine their coach. That would be refreshing. No matter what happens, it's gonna pan out to be a dogfight all the way to the end.
Learning, dude. It's good.
My canvas is already showing signs that he's in a lot of discomfort. The one thing that I know I can pass Anthony up in is my color. I still have a lot of work to do. I do not need this to happen right now.
I may have to go to black and green.
Really? What?
I don't think he's gonna make it through color.
Oh, he's complaining.
I'm not kidding.
Brother.
Because if I start color and he taps.
With Anthony doing color on his tattoo and me having to switch direction on mine, I don't know if it's gonna meet up with his level.
Awesome, you're doing great.
Thanks, man.
Sucks for Jason, better for me. I feel this is the most perfect tattoo I've done in the competition so far. If anyone's gonna match Anthony today, it's gonna be me. Anthony has underestimated me in the past, so this is my chance to prove him that I can be an ink master.
That thing's tough.
Yeah.
Good job, man. Chase, you just kept it black work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, you had to prove that you can tattoo at the level of a master. You were being tested on finesse. Team Anthony, you are up. Jason.
I love the solid black on the edge fading into the lighter on the inside. It gives it a really bold, simplistic look. And how this fits on this body and the size that you chose to do is great.
But the bottom edge of the muzzle, you come off with that dark tone, and then you go right into the same tone for the mouth. So it's camouflaging that. You need a nice soft skin break. Below it, you can do a lot less and make it look good.
1.
I love the red, yellow, and black. I think you chose the right yellow to really punch this in, and the heavy, solid, well-saturated black all throughout this tattoo is really nice.
What I like about this tattoo is the skin breaks. That's just a classic approach on how to let a tattoo breathe. I like everything in this tattoo but the really black teeth.
That's not teeth, it's just gums.
The inside teeth are what's throwing me.
Let's take a look at Anthony's tattoo.
Your color blending is the best example of finesse that we see today, how smooth and soft and buttery all this stuff is. This is a technical application a lot of people have problems pulling off. You do it really, really well.
And your design colored the way that you wanted to do it. There's no question as to what's going on with this teeth gum issue. It's all laid out there for you, beautifully detailed. It's killer, dude.
Thank you, man.
Today we're testing technical application, so we want to see these guys knock these things out of the park, clean as can be.
Are the whiskers normally hollow?
Just run your other I got 4 of these things to do.
4 1-hour tattoos. This is going to be a rock'em sock'em marathon.
Don't be afraid to give yourself bigger openings.
Don't be afraid to shut your pie hole.
Let's just find a good reference and let Clean do what Clean does.
I don't know what was going on with Team Christian's pick, but I think they were trying to stump me up.
I mean, it probably couldn't get any easier to draw a geometric tattoo.
Nice try.
What I'm doing is I'm just creating the shape, and then I'm gonna go through and detail.
In reality, I think they stumped their own coach up.
You have 1 hour to tattoo a geometric wolf head, and your time starts now.
I want to play it.
God damn, that's a clean line.
They don't call him clean for nothing.
I think Does it looking okay?
Yeah. Having shading in my geometric wolf is definitely going to give me an edge because Clean's piece is going to be a flat piece of line work. When it comes to anything black and gray, I own it.
Thank you for all the help today.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. Okay, it is time to critique your work. Clean, let's start with you.
Every line on this thing is ruler straight, and that shows a ton of technical application in itself. I think you stand out.
Christian.
The shapes in here actually form a 3D geometric model of the wolf, as opposed to Clean, where it's just a bunch of lines and shapes. My vote's for Christian.
For me, I see geometry, and I see straight lines in Cleans. Sticking with Clean.
The shading on that thing is really what makes it stand out. My vote's for Christian. The winner of the face-off is Christian.
Yes.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a galaxy in an everyday object. And your time starts now.
Come on, Team Clean, let's do it. Come on, guys, let's get this going.
Stay straight first.
I think that's good.
These artists will be tested on technical application with cosmic integration.
Did you pull those references for the galaxy for me?
Yeah, they're printing out right now.
This has to be a pretty smart approach to make this thing work.
Reference. Thank you, sir.
A lot of people get caught up with doing the colorful explosion in outer space rather than doing the stark black, but when you look up at the stars at night, it's black with shimmers.
Are you ready?
Yeah. If my leg twitches, just ignore it.
All right. Time won't be an issue at all today?
I don't believe so. I have a passion for tattooing. If I hit the lottery and I didn't have to work the rest of my life, I would still tattoo almost every day.
It's not about being fast, it's about being good. That's quality.
Jess, he's trying to move, but he ain't moving.
Something's not right about this. One of the most intimidating things is that I don't have a lot of experience with color, but then again, I don't have a lot of experience at all.
I think I would saturate that packet in there because that just looks unfinished.
I don't want these other artists in the room knowing that my inexperience affects me in any way. I have to crank this thing out. I love it. Thank you.
Today, you had to integrate a galaxy into an object, proving your technical application. Jess.
What's going on, guys?
Technically, you have some nice application showing the fur, but your color blends, not my favorite on the inside of the space.
Too painterly, too indecisive. It's not a conscious plan.
I went into it and I wanted it to be really loose.
You have these 2 negative spaces coming from the bottom. It doesn't even look painterly, it looks almost accidental. Angel.
It's 3 separate tattoos, 3 separate thoughts, not one cohesive drawn design.
It doesn't look like a galaxy, it looks like a tie-dye swirl.
That's not space. I don't buy it. It's tough because your technical application in a lot of places here is really nice.
Say Storm.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a naturescape. And your time starts now.
Let's do it. Come on, guys, let's do this.
All right, stay standing for a second.
Today we're testing dimension with naturescapes.
Yeah, dude, I'm into that. I'm gonna have the steer coming out, show perspective.
Show me foreground, show me background, show me perspective, dimension, things that will make a naturescape come to life.
Be gentle, I'm ticklish. Oh my God. Why did I pick this thing?
Jimmy picked this wolf, mountain, clouds, forest, scenery, and now he has no clue how to put it all together.
I'm trying to figure out how to do the pine trees.
If I'm doing them in color, I don't outline them like that.
I'm trying to have you help me find a simpler way to do the trees, though.
I do the whole thing with shading.
Well, I feel like it's not gonna work right if I don't outline it.
I keep pointing out what he needs to do and how to do it, and he just fights with me the whole entire time.
I don't know, the more I'm thinking about everything, it's making me question the whole thing, and I'm running out of time, so.
Well, you have to do what you're capable of doing. If you can do those clouds and make them look like that, then do them. If you can't make them look like that, then don't do them. Come on, man, get it together.
Not making me feel confident in anything right now, Clean.
I might not finish this tattoo if I don't get this thing rolling.
This is what we got. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's badass.
I'm just gonna go with my gut and get tattooing because I need to make up for lost time.
All right. Just gonna start lining this thing.
That's badass, dude.
Today, you had to show dimension tattooing a naturescape. Jimmy.
The connection between this wolf being in the woods and showing this dimension is a tough illustration to pull off.
I definitely rushed it, and I think it shows.
You totally lose the shape of the simple animal at the bottom, and that is dimension, showing the length, the distance from the nose, the muzzle, to the eyes, to the forehead. You lost that and squashed this thing down to a cat. This tattoo just really got away from you.
Jess.
You definitely capture depth, shadow coming off of the wolf there on that rock, nice texture in the rock. Then off in the distance, you have two little wolf silhouettes. Man, that is a tiny section of the tattoo, but it plays so legibly. The little details you have in the tree look nice. They don't look like the same tree cookie cuttered across. You made a lot of smart decisions, and that paid off.
Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Ready?
I actually got a daughter at home. She's 9 months now.
You talking yet?
Well, since I've been gone, she started saying Dada. Just couldn't say it before I left, you know?
I feel like it's selfish to be away from her and not see these moments of her growing up. But I'm doing this so later in life I can give her the best life possible.
Love like the layers of the fur. It just looks beautiful.
You're super stoked, which makes me feel bad for Tito.
It's kind of weird that Tito picked me, but at the same time, I didn't want to pick something super crazy to try to trip him up and then end up screwing myself.
What are they, man? I should have picked a girl.
I looked at you like, Tito, don't pick me. You're good, dude.
I feel so bad, man. That's my homie, man. We're a team.
Sometimes it's good that way so you can push each other, you know?
Yeah.
I'm done torturing you.
Down to the last hair. It just looks so beautiful, dude.
Good job. It kind of sucks. I'm rooting for both of you.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Today, you had to face off in a head-to-head battle. Based on your work, half of you will be up for elimination. Tito and Jake. Jake, you called black and gray realistic wolf head. Let's start with you.
Wolves are a kiss of death in this place. Without the proper distance of a wolf's nose, it turns into a flat-nosed bear.
Having said that, this happens to be one of my favorite wolf heads we've seen. Only because it's legible. I really like that you went with this open skin approach as opposed to shading through this whole thing, and this tattoo looks applied really nicely.
Awesome, thank you.
Moving on to Tito's tattoo.
This one really gets that bear look. A very different technique from what Jake did. A lot of small, fine lines creating the hairs, and then a lot of shading. But these animals, they're hard to get in this straight-on view.
Who wins this head-to-head battle?
Just for more legibility, my vote's for Jake. I'm gonna go with Jake.
The winner of this face-off is Jake. Tito, you are up for elimination. Today, you are being tested on legibility with schematic tattoos. Let's see how you did. Midwest, you're up first. Jake.
I like the side of the skull a lot. The way that you shade this. It has that older feel, it has that journal feel. I like your letterings. Using the dashes is also a good choice. It breaks up the chances of a wobble in there. Overall, the quality of your tattooing is very nice.
All right, guys, you have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
Let's go. Drawing is everything in this competition. Today I'm hoping that somebody can actually draw from life and show me details.
Because you're cool, I'm cool. Yeah, I can do that.
The hardest part about tattooing when you are a team and you're tagging in and out every hour is who's micromanaging.
No, just bring it up right there.
Who's backseat driving, who's in control.
Go a little bit in, right there.
They're gonna have to be on the same page to come up with a drawing that they can both execute.
Michael, I believe it's in your hands, bro.
Let the fun begin.
Yeah, you're good like that. Our shop deserves to be Master Shop because we're considered to be one of the best portrait realism shops in the world.
Yeah, and we're just awesome people, so.
Yeah, there you go. I specialize in photorealism. That includes color and black and gray.
Darken it up?
No, I know, I'm just trying to bevel that out a little bit. I've been tattooing for 26 years. I specialize in kind of everything because I've been tattooing so long.
You're gonna want to buy a pet alligator after this, too.
We got this.
4 hours remaining, guys. Switch artists.
All right, here we go. As far as like the lining, go with your instinct, man.
My favorite thing in the world to tattoo is birds, so I'm super stoked right now. Most people would know me for bright colors, smooth blends, really super soft black and gray.
Will you pour me some more of that red violet? Thanks, honey.
You're welcome, dear.
That's the cool part about having a teammate. I'm not feeling super confident in this challenge, but I know Jesse's awesome at this. We're like a yin and yang. I'm mostly known for new school. What's unique about my new school is that I have a nice girly touch. Definitely moving a little slower on this rose than I expected.
Better to take your time, do it right.
I mean, you're running out of reference. I don't want you to go past what we've drawn. I'm really aiming to show the judges that we have a better concept over everybody else's.
I mean, I don't want to like waste time just like not doing anything.
I mean, well, it's better to not do anything than to do what doesn't need to be done. For the most part, I do black and gray, but at the end of the day, I want to do whatever technique works best to tell my client's story. Hold on, let me run you this new script real quick.
Dave is changing the sketch. Why are you doing that? We had a plan. Let's stick to it.
Well, it was never finished, so.
People doubt me because I'm a young black female. I don't have that many years of experience, but I'm here to prove everybody wrong. Just let people know, like, hey, we can do the too.
2 more hours to go. Switch artists.
Crunch time, buddy. Bro, I did not expect to see like live animals walking in.
No, dude, that was the last thing I expected.
I've been tattooing 17 years. I am known for the realistic black and gray, high contrast photorealism style.
Think you got it?
I do. Mike's my boss. He owns the shop, so there's a lot on the line.
I have been tattooing approximately 5.5 years. My style is illustrative, bold, bright, colorful. What I'm weak in, he excels in.
We're a perfect match.
There is no reason we can't win this.
Absolutely.
You're killing it, brother. Proud of you, huh?
We're a big family.
This is my brother from another mother.
Yep.
Probably a bit more black right in that area, just to push it.
At the end of the day, I want to show my family that here in the United States, you can make your dreams come true. We're here to win it.
This is a good tattoo.
This is the best snake out there.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Very, very confident. For sure.
That's awesome.
Tri-Cities and thicker than blood. Should be worried about going home today. John and Bobby Aries' tattoo looks like a weird space worm. And Tri-Cities' tattoo just looks like just a tube with a head. It's just bad in a different way.
Definitely one of a kind.
New Ink Master Shop Wars, Tuesdays at 10, or on the Spike app.
The judges will be looking for your use of color and how true you stay to the American traditional style. You have 5 hours to complete your design. The clock starts now.
It's American traditional, real simple. It's got to be bold.
My pasty skin finally comes in handy for something.
My goal is in 5 hours, get done about 5 tattoos.
Josh took the easy route. You know, he basically just looked at like the most basic version of traditional tattoos and just redrew them. It's kind of like taking a gamble. I think the judges are going to tear him up for just taking the easy way out. There's like basic color palette for American traditional tattoos: red, green, golden, yellow, black. I mean, I really don't want to use just those basic colors.
Shane used a color palette that wouldn't even have been around in old American traditional days. I'm really looking forward to maybe seeing him get a bad critique for once.
Shane, you get to do a lot of this stuff?
Nah. It's challenging to keep it simple.
That's the challenge, you know?
I am miserable at what I'm seeing out here today. It's about putting in a clean line once, not going over it and sculpting it and doing all these little tricks to make it look right.
Shane, you're up first. You had first choice after the Flash Challenge, and you picked this client.
I basically like his idea the most. It's like very traditional elements: snake, dagger, and skull.
One thing that makes traditional colors seem bright is the heavy contrast. I wish that the line work was bold, and I wish that the black was heavy to give this thing strength as a solid design. And we're not looking for soft, smooth blending here. We're looking for traditional.
Shane, I'm with Oliver. You going at it with the light blues or like the light opaquish gray in the shading and the skull and stuff, that part's driving my eye crazy.
This obviously is not your best challenge of this competition.
We'll start with the Flash Challenge, a skills test where the winner will gain the advantage going into the Elimination Tattoo. The Elimination Tattoo decides who stays and who goes home. You'll want any advantage that you can get. This week, we're establishing a baseline of your skills by testing your fundamentals. It's the basics of tattooing. You must tattoo a snake and a dagger.
I just want to see clean outline, solid color. If you can't give the judges fundamentals, then you got to get off the ship.
I don't tattoo snakes and daggers very often, but it's really easy to draw. I mean, like, how hard could it be?
Oh, man.
Seriously? That sucks.
I've been tattooing for a long time. I've never squirted myself in the face with ink. She's got some problems.
This is pretty awesome. I'm sitting there half blind looking like a douchebag.
All right, guys, you got 2 hours left.
What kind of stuff do you primarily like to do?
I guess new school. It's not my forte, man. Old school is not my shit.
CJ, you can't be excited about this.
No, it threw me for a loop.
I'm glad to see, though, that you did have some black left over. It's real dark.
The design of the snake, it looks like this is one snake and then this is a totally different snake going on here. A little strange.
Mark.
Solid black areas in this design definitely make it look like this is a cover-up. I feel like I gotta point out that you have a pretty sweet snakehead tattooed on your own neck. One would assume that you would get a look at that every day in the mirror.
I have no excuses.
So, Mike, how was this to work with?
It was a struggle every step of the way.
I've seen a lot of drawings that look like dragons in here more than snakes, and this is one of them. I would say the design is just weak.
I went way too big.
The dagger just is mostly lost. You don't have much dagger above the head. You don't have very much dagger below the head.
Don't go for size, because size is not going to win the race.
Tattoo Baby. There's a lot of good shading and dimension and a lot of good color.
I wanted to concentrate more on being able to pack in the color than go so big and not be able to accomplish anything.
Sebastian.
Looks like you can outline pretty well. It's nice to see that it's nice and clean.
Thank you. Nick.
This is a lot of gap between the open spaces, really no interaction with the dagger and the snake. You didn't give us much to look at.
Jesse, I like the color, man. A lot of contrast.
Well, you definitely have your style. It looks really clean.
I have to take Jesse down. He's gonna be a serious competitor in this game.
Lalo.
You packed a lot of color in there. You made it solid wall to wall.
It was more difficult than I thought. I feel like I just jumped and tried to land on my feet.
Clint.
I showed light sources, depth, flow.
This is one of those snakes that looks a little bit like a dragon, but it looks cool.
Steve.
The shading looks smooth. The outline is clean, straight lines and good clean curves. There's a lot of good soft gradation.
Sarah.
The view of the snake was cool. You went at it a different way than everybody else. The dagger's handle, you could have done a little bit more with it.
Sarah may come off young and innocent, but she nailed her snake. That girl can tattoo. She's gonna be a tough competitor.
After reviewing everyone's work, the judges have come to a decision. The winner of this Flash Challenge is Jesse.
I'm really excited to win the first Flash Challenge, but now I have a big target on my back.
Clean. What style and subject will you tattoo?
I'm gonna do a new school snake and dagger and skull thrown in there somewhere.
If I do my style, nobody can say about it because it's all me. I'm gonna show the world exactly what my art looks like.
We're gonna do a snake, a skull, and a dagger.
Okay. I'm doing new school, full color, snake, skull, and dagger. Super strong and powerful.
Oh, what, are you coming rub it in my face that you guys already made it to the finale?
Yeah, absolutely. What you got going on here, man?
I'm gonna kind of do this snake kind of guy.
I want to see something here real quick. Let me see yours. Turn your paper how it is.
What?
You think you should draw it right side up and then turn it upside down?
Yeah, I probably will.
Oh, okay.
How the hell is Anthony gonna give me advice on Clean Rock 1 style when I had to walk that guy through half the tattoos he did this season?
I'm just sketching.
Oh, okay.
Give me a break. Like, go stick to your black and gray, all right? This is my thing. This is gonna be the best tattoo I've ever done in my life. I'm putting it all on the table right now.
One of you will move on to fight for the title of Ink Master, and for one of you, this is the end of the line. It's time to see how you did. Clean, let's start with you.
Some definite shining moments to this thing. Technically, very smooth application of color. The skull is the best part of the tattoo. I love the detail in the skull. I love the color in the skull. I love the idea of it upside down. But from a distance, this thing is pretty weird. The dagger is very hidden, and I thought you were gonna be able to do a kick-ass snake drawing.
I think it's a kick-ass snake drawing.
I don't really like the connection of the snake head to the neck, the harsh overbite and weak power to the lower jaw. This thing just looks kind of goofy.
The placement of the eye on this thing is what changes the dynamic of the face. The eye's just floating center part. Slide that eye back a little more and put it where it would go, and then it's not as debatable why the head looks so crazy.
It's an artist rendering.
The body of the snake looks like a limp water balloon folding over everywhere.
Like a fat python.
It could have been a lot tougher.
All right, guys, do we have a decision?
For me, man, I think if either one of these guys would have come with the bulletproof drawing, it would have put them ahead. James' tattoo is too complex, Clean's tattoo is too simple.
But there's no doubt that it's a snake.
The majority of this tattoo is the blue water balloon that bubbles around everywhere. James's tattoo overall gives a more interesting tattoo.
From here to there, all I can see is really bright color to the left, and then I see just maroon to the right.
The judges have decided. Clean. You are headed to the live finale. Congratulations, man.
Hey, God damn it.
This tag team face-off, your competitors assigned you American traditional snakes. Fail, and your shop will be eliminated. You have 6 hours, and your time starts now.
All right.
On over.
American traditional is difficult because most of these tattooers don't come up learning it.
DJ, hold the sides of it real quick. I thought it needed to be tilted more. No.
Snakes are difficult because the belly, the face, the scales, they're all moving and all have to move in cohesion.
Perfect. Okay.
This should be a real kicker here because we see people these up all the time.
Here we go.
Doing your sticker tattoos, dude.
I think American Traditional is a good challenge to show what everybody's made of, but it also plays to Black Cobra and Golden Skull strengths.
I think a couple of the teams in the house are not necessarily real great at this, so.
I hope that Golden Skull does well, because I still want to see Clean on stage, and I want to kick his ass in front of 1 million people.
I think Golden Skull has the strongest design.
We did see Baba do that peony, though, and that was super, super clean.
With snakes, I was really trying to give DJ something that he could show off with, and he kills it at snakes.
I think it looks sick.
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah. That's a nice knife.
Most of the American traditional snakes and daggers that I see, the daggers are straight. I think doing a curved dagger is a bad idea. I'm just trusting DJ in this one.
Work the direction of the pepper if you can.
Any tiny misstep can take you out of the finale, so this is do or die.
Yeah.
It's a snake. You don't need a weird dagger that looks like an owl.
What red is that? DJ made it.
As usual, DJ created this entire tattoo and Bubba just went for the ride. If there was a way to ride someone's coattails out the door, this is the way you're gonna do it.
Old Town Ink.
Love the belly on this Cobra, the little fanciness around the belly plate where you double line. It's badass. But one issue that I have is if you're gonna have a weapon, would you put your knife blade facing the front of your hand that you would grab it for, or would you put the handle facing the direction so you can use it?
That's my fault. Bubba wanted to do a straight dagger. I was like, nah, that fits the S-curve of the thigh.
I think you just got a couple of hiccups in this one.
You have 6 hours to face off in a head-to-head grudge match, and your time starts now.
Thinking that in there. Oh yeah, that's beautiful, dude. Yeah, show him what's up, dude.
I don't do American traditional. The only way that I can beat Tony at his own game is to be cleaner than him, be more saturated than him, and have a cleaner design.
I knew you were gonna bring it, man.
I respect that a lot.
That's what I wanted. I didn't want a landslide. I wanted someone who's gonna make me work for it, even at my own game. I chose Tim because he's a great tattooer.
Tim's is pretty simple, but it's definitely smooth and solid, so don't give him any reason to say nothing, you know?
Yeah. I want to be the one that takes Tim out. I don't care how good you can draw. I'll look you in the eye and I'll say I'm a better tattooer than you.
I feel like right now, Tony's crossing the country in an airplane and Tim's in a hot air balloon.
Slow and steady wins the race, bud.
Tony and Tim. Tony, you called out Tim. Let's take a look at your tattoo first.
First off, I like the layout and the fullness of the tattoo. It has a nice shape to it. One of the areas that I think is kind of weird is going to be the red belly, red hood. You get a little unsaturated. Overall, though, I think the look of traditional in this is solid. I like the style of handle you did. I like the ribbing on it. It has a pretty heavy look. You got a strong outline here, bold, simple, legible. Tough tattoo, man. I really like it.
Thank you.
Let's move on to Tim.
The black in this tattoo is very nice. You're definitely solid black, you're definitely saturated, you're definitely up to your line. Your red seems to be very saturated. You do have a very clean outline on this. I just wish you had a little bolder of an outline. A bolder line would have pushed this thing a lot further, made it a lot tougher, a lot stronger. As far as hitting the style of the traditional, you sticking with just black, red, and yellow, you showed us that you can just do it solid and clean.
All right, guys, time to determine a winner.
I wish Tony's red was that solid, saturated, punched-in red that Tim had. But as far as the dynamics of the drawing, Tony has a little bit heavier, bolder look than what Tim pulls off. I'm leaning towards Tony.
Overall, the whole look of the tattoo, I also side with Tony.
The judges have decided the winner of this grudge match is Tony. Congratulations, Tony. That means you are safe from elimination.
You made me work harder than I thought.
All right, man.
He has my respect.
Okay, artists, for this tag team face-off, your competitors assigned you American traditional snakes. Fail, and your shop will be eliminated. You have 6 hours, and your time starts now.
All right, going over. American traditional is difficult because most of these tattooers don't come up learning it.
DJ, hold the sides of it real quick. I thought it needed to be tilted more. Nah.
Snakes are difficult because the belly, the face, the scales, they're all moving and all have to move in cohesion.
Perfect. Okay.
This should be a real kicker here because we see people these up all the time.
There we go. Doing your sticker tattoos, dude.
I think American Traditional is a good challenge to show what everybody's made of, but it also plays to Black Cobra and Golden Skull strengths.
I think a couple of the teams in the house are not necessarily real great at this, so.
I hope that Golden Skull does well, because I still want to see Clean on stage, and I want to kick his ass in front of 1 million people.
I think Golden Skull has the strongest design.
We did see Baba do that peony though, and that was super, super clean.
With snakes, I was really trying to give DJ something that he could show off with, and he kills it at snakes.
I think it looks sick.
I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
5 hours, guys, and switch.
That looks
Perfect. Competing against Old Town Golden Skull and Empire and American Traditional is no contest. We've got a really strong design. This canvas is sitting amazing. We definitely got the win in the bag.
Let's stop the black here.
A little bit off that corner, no?
Yeah.
I'm super pumped. This tattoo looks tough as nails. I'm not saying we're kicking ass, but I am saying we're kicking ass.
Complete accuracy.
2 more hours, guys. Switch artists.
Race is on, boys.
Been a good month?
Yeah.
Last time I was here, I certainly didn't have a strategy.
It looks so good.
My strategy is going to be just produce beautiful artwork. I hope that this impresses the judges, because otherwise, we're toast.
That's a nice knife.
Most of the American traditional snakes and daggers that I see, the daggers are straight. I think doing a curved dagger is a bad idea. I'm just trusting DJ in this one.
Work the direction of the pepper if you can.
Any tiny misstep can take you out of the finale, so this is do or die.
Yeah.
It's a snake. You don't need a weird dagger that looks like an owl.
What red is that? DJ made it.
As usual, DJ created this entire tattoo and Bubba just went for the ride. If there was a way to ride someone's coattails out the door, this is the way you're gonna do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Man, that was brutal.
So badass.
Oh, it is badass to the maximum.
I think it's great, dude. Yeah, man.
Old Town has to go home for this one. It's very cluttered, and I don't even feel like it looks like American Traditional. Their snake is terrible.
I think it's so rad.
Meet your canvases. Canvases, please tell us what animal skin you want and where you want it.
Cheetah fur on my calf, rib, arm, and back.
People ask you, what's the weirdest thing you've ever done? Well, on Ink Master, 4 of us tattooed one person at the same time and turned them into an animal. That's weird.
I want crocodile skin on my chest, arm, inner thigh, and outer thigh.
Damn.
The rainbow Brazilian boa on my calf, butt cheeks, and the left side of my cranium.
Head tag.
I'm super into reptiles. I have over 100 venomous snakes at home. That is definitely my
One by one, the canvases will each choose 4 skulls to determine which artists tattoo them.
Jesus. Dave. Katie. Big C's. And Chris.
I was trained to be a leader, and it's just instinctive. My brain already works faster than most people. Katie, Dave, and Big C's, they definitely will listen to me, and I'll be able to lead the way on this texture challenge.
Duffy. Tyler. St. Mark. And Matt.
St. Mark's a total dick, and he thinks he's God's gift to tattooing, and I know he's not going to be a team player in the challenge. This is really going to suck.
Cruzman, and Craig. Eric, Marissa.
The weakest link on our team is going to be Marissa, but Eric and Marissa are apprentice and master, so they probably tattoo in similar styles. I think this is going to be a good thing.
The teams are set. It's up to you as a team to decide which artist tattoos which body part. But once the tattoo begins, you can't switch the area you're tattooing. And this week, there will be no human canvas jury. You'll have 6 hours to transform your canvas into an animal. Good luck.
Ink Master, Master vs. Apprentice. New episodes Tuesdays at 10, or watch it now on the Spike app.
They didn't specify whether we all had to be tattooing at the exact same time.
We're definitely concerned whether or not our canvas is going to sit through this.
So maybe do one and then the others watch how they're doing it.
And that way we're not torturing him.
Welcome to the Elimination Tattoo. You nail this and you'll have a 1 in 4 shot at earning $100,000, a feature in Inked magazine, and the title of Ink Master. As always, you'll be judged by Oliver Peck, Chris Nunez, and myself, but we're not your only critics. Each week, you'll also be judged by America. Viewers at home will scour every detail of your Elimination tattoos at inkmaster.spike.com and vote for the tattoo that they think is the best. America's vote will have a massive impact at the live finale. In the Elimination tattoo, it's more important than ever to win Tattoo of the Day because the winner must put one artist up for elimination. We also have a very special guest judge. Tattooing for over 15 years, he's the owner of State of Grace Tattoo Shop in San Jose, California. Horitaka.
I would call my style traditional Japanese tattooing. I really like to do big work, sleeves, back pieces, bodysuits. When done right, Japanese tattoo conveys the history, culture, and mythology of a nation.
Taki is one of the most respected figures we have in tattooing. True honor to have him here.
This week, we're testing proportion.
Proportion is the size of objects in relation to other objects in a tattoo.
Today, you must all tattoo the same subject, a Japanese snake.
Damn it.
Snakes are one of the most symbolic creatures in traditional Japanese tattooing.
Traditional Japanese is really hard because it has a whole lot of rules in it, and if you don't know them, you can't follow them, and the one guy who's gonna judge you is Taki, and he's gonna nail the out of you.
Japanese tattoos are infamous for incorporating many different elements to create a dynamic image. In order for the elements to work together, they must be in perfect proportion. There is one more obstacle you must face today. All of the canvases want their tattoos on their ribs.
Of course they do.
Ribs? You've got to be kidding me.
The ribs is one of the most painful areas. With snakes, it's gonna be hard to make those long, sweeping lines.
Let's meet your canvases. Halo, you won the Flash Challenge. You now have the power to assign all human canvases. Be strategic.
It's more important than ever, this late in the game, to start aiming at the strongest artists. In my mind, that's Scott.
I want a fierce snake with big fangs.
Now the shots really matter.
Looking to get a snake right here.
Rib tattoos hurt. I need to find the person that can't sit through this tattoo. What's the longest you've sat for?
About 8 hours.
Good stuff.
I want a badass snake tattoo on my left rib cage.
And you have your other ribs done too, right?
Yes.
I want a collared snake on my right rib.
And do you have your other ribs done?
Nope.
Do you have any other tattoos?
I have little tattoos.
Rib pieces are extremely painful.
Here.
And if you only have a couple of little teeny tiny tattoos,
nervous?
A little.
Then you have no idea what you're in store for.
I like to get a black and gray cobra going in and out my ribs.
Did he say going in and out of his ribs?
Japanese skin ribs.
That'll be an awesome one.
Halo cried like a little bitch when I gave him a hard canvas. Give me whatever canvas you want, I'm gonna take it like a man.
It's for you? I know I'm giving Scott one of the most difficult canvases he's probably ever worked with.
There you go.
I hope that this is the one that knocks Scott on his ass.
Canvases, one by one, please read the artist's name on the bottom of your skull.
Melissa?
Halo.
Scott.
I know Halo's gunning for me. It's karma. I guess it's my turn to rise to the challenge. Bring it. I will still do a good job.
Maddie?
Sausage.
Remember, guys, after the elimination tattoo, the human canvas jury will vote on the tattoo that they think is the worst and put one artist up for elimination. And also, the winner of Tattoo of the Day will put an artist up for elimination. You will have 6 hours to tattoo a Japanese snake on your canvas's ribs. Based on your work, one of you will be closing shop. Good luck.
This is a line work challenge, and all the tattoos that I've done here, they've been really stoked on my line work.
How you feeling? You about ready to get tatted?
No, I'm not ready. I'm so freaking out.
Why?
It's just a tattoo and it's gonna hurt. It's a needle.
Damn, she wants this on her ribs. Can she take it?
How are you gonna do the water wave?
I know you say you want it coming from the outside going into the fish.
Well, somewhat.
Everything that she prefers is against what I'm trying to do.
That fish is bigger than what we...
No, it's it. This is the original size. I'm gonna shrink it.
Can he have one whisker?
Right now, mentally, I'm losing it.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a koi fish as good as Mike Rubendall's. And your time begins now.
Here we go.
All right, get that leg ready. Today, with the koi fish, it's all on one. Everybody's doing the same koi fish. Yes. Everybody's going head-to-head, even Mike Rubendall.
How long have you been tattooing?
I've been tattooing for 20 years now.
Starting out of the gate, it's considered to be a level playing field, but there's so many tricks into scaling. Really understanding the dynamics of the body and the flow of the fins, they still are gonna be lost.
All right, you ready for this?
I'm gonna angle it with your existing tattoo. But what are you thinking? What are you...
I was actually wanting to add up, so it's this side.
Are you kidding me? I drew this koi fish specifically for the original placement that we had talked about.
My 2 cents, as far as placement and how it's gonna look, I think you're right on putting it in the middle. It's just so much of a better fit.
I'm gonna help Katie any way I can so that we can continue on in this competition together. Later on down the line, I'm eventually gonna dispatch of Katie, just not today.
Would you want to do something more like that?
I like it like that.
Thank God Matt is there. He's got my back. On the outside, I'm still trying to charm my canvas, but on the inside, I'm definitely choking him.
Oh my God. I'm pressed for time right now. Growing up, it was hard. Because of the way I was raised, my kids mean everything to me. I'm here in this competition because I want to give them more.
I'll let you take a look at it. Like where it's at?
It looks weird. He just looks lonely there.
I'm exhausted. She's having me change this and change that.
That's good.
It's right on the blade, though.
You got your other shoulder blade tattooed already.
At home, I own my own shop. If I don't want to do it, I send them on their way.
You relax. Put your shoulders down.
I got my back against the wall, and I'm having a compromise.
Now I feel like I just have a hole in the back.
Hole. All right, take a look at that.
Yeah, perfect.
Let's get it popping, girl.
I compromised. I did good, right?
Yeah. My canvas has given me a headache from the get-go. Luckily for me, she compromised to let me do outlines.
Mine's half the size of everybody else's, but I'm gonna have contrast and good clean lines.
Is that enough to keep me safe? I don't know, but I don't want to be anywhere near the bottom.
There are so many stretch marks and cellulite that I am scared to death to have to put this tattoo here. It took me forever to line that thing. Just got a lot of stretch marks. I want to be good at that, but yeah, no, you should be an expert at it now. My life.
Oh my God, oh my God.
Let me do the flower and color. Being in this competition, there's a lot of pressure. Sometimes I question if I am built for this. Oh my God. I'm pressed for time right now. Growing up, it was hard. Because of the way I was raised, my kids mean everything to me. I'm here in this competition because I want to give them more.
I can't believe you go from a stencil to this. Like,
Chris should have me in his sights. I am the top dog in this competition.
Okay, back the other way a little bit for me.
I gotta hurry up, get the color. He is lucky that this is not a head-to-head with me directly. It would have been a slaughter.
All right, artists, this is your last chance to save yourself from elimination. You have 6 hours to tattoo an American traditional tiger head. And your time starts now.
Let's have some fun, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a face-off between 3 people doing the same subject and same style.
You can take the day off now if you want to. Jimmy's gonna kill it. That doesn't mean I won't kill it. Jimmy's gonna get beat eventually, right?
Keep it simple. The more you add to this challenge, the more you're gonna be judged on.
Bro, what are these lines in the tongue?
Between the teeth?
I don't think it makes sense.
I would take out both of these ripples and then just solid fill red. Make it as simple as you can. Cool.
Bold, simple, clean tiger head. Safe.
It's a snaz day. You're a bad bitch and you know it.
Tell me I'm a bad bitch.
You're a bad bitch, Jimmy.
Party time.
Let's do it.
Now or never. Ready as you're gonna get, huh?
Yep.
That thing looks solid.
This is an intimidating fight.
If they're testing adaptability, you're the one that is really adapting here.
That's true. I'm a black and gray realism tattooer. I am not super proficient in American traditional.
Keep doing exactly what you're doing.
I'm just cleaning up every little nook and cranny. Not only do I have to battle 2 veterans in this competition, but now I've got to do a style against one of the veterans who specializes in American traditional. It could take a miracle for me to pull this one off.
5 hours, guys. 5 more hours.
Are you getting a little cold?
I'm fine.
You're fine? Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy's leaning on me. I got his body heat, so it's nice.
There you go.
That's the Jimmy Snaz experience, man, really. The tattoo is just like a souvenir.
Me and Kay are the cups in the support bra that is Team East for Jimmy today.
Could you do me a favor? Put this piece of hair like behind my ear, or do something with it. Tuck it in the bandana or something.
Jimmy's the heart and soul of our team, man. So, yeah, absolutely. I'll tuck your hair in. You're a bad bitch. I'm here for you.
Back in my day, I had a friend named Jimmy Snaz. That was a crazy mother.
Right.
This is the second time now that the Midwest has catered a challenge towards Jimmy. I don't think that I can out-tattoo Jimmy in his own style, but luckily, I just have to out-tattoo Raul.
So you think Raul's gonna win? Who's gonna go home, me or Jimmy?
I don't know. We'll see how you do. You always trip at the end.
I trip at the end?
Yeah.
I do not trip at the end.
Jason does not know how to whip shade.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I didn't think about it before.
Oh, I did. There's things that are not where you would think they would be with how technically sound he is.
2 more hours, guys. 2 more hours.
I have 3 sons, my twins. They just all had their birthday party, and, well, I was here, but and my wife's a neat freak. So I'm like, oh, I don't envy you that mess. No. Being away from my boys is like one of the hardest things I've ever done. No matter how hard something might seem, I've got to lead by example. I got to show them when you start something, you finish it.
What do you think about the green in the eye?
If it was my call, I would probably do a yellow.
You think on those parts of the cheek where that's completely skin, you should whip there and right there?
Yes, I do think that.
You're not going to know how far you can go unless you try.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
Yeah, that thing looks great. It's a pretty sexy tattoo.
This thing is solid.
I'm so stoked about it.
It's mean. It's tough. Looks awesome, man. Not too bad for a black and gray guy.
I think it's a close round.
Yeah, I feel like there are enough errors in a couple people's things that might make this a closer round than we thought it was going to be.
If Jimmy or Jason goes home, it changes everything.
Yeah.